Okay. Everyone should be hearing and seeing me. How is everybody doing today? I hope I set this to low latency. Hi, Frostshard. How you doing? I'm trying a new option for streaming FGO. In a second, I'll when I swip over to the game screen, I'll have you guys let me know how the sound is, because I actually can't hear the game at all right now. So, and I cannot figure out how to fix that just quite yet. I mean, I'm sure I can figure it out, but I don't want to spend the time. 1 p.m. though, weird fucking time for me. I don't know if I'm ready for Musashi. I've used Musashi before. I know Musashi. I suppose it's just, we'll read the trial quest. We are going to read the trial quest first. Yeah, and then we'll start the chapter. 1 p.m. is a bit of a weird time, but this might become my semi-permanent FGO streaming time for the next 3 months ish. I think that's what it's going to be. I will make the comment that at some point during this stream, I may need to duck out to take a phone call. If that phone call looks like it's going to take more than 5 to 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll switch you guys over to the end screen. And then I might end the stream and then post in the Discord if I'll continue a little bit longer tonight. I am waiting for a call from my car company, so... And I do need to take it when it comes. See, I made the original call to them earlier at 12 because my internet wasn't back, and I was like, oh, I'll have the whole afternoon to take the call, and now I'm like, well, yeah. But 1 p.m. is kind of nice. I just finished lunch. I ate lunch, so that was an accomplishment. I'm feeling kind of energized. I already had class. Oh no. Hopefully it wasn't CarMax. I'm so sorry if it was. Yeah, I have no control over the ads. I do keep them on, but I don't. I don't deliberately insert them, I promise. Okay. I will try that, Knick-Knack, but I also don't want to get audio doubling coming from the speaker and here, and I don't really want to put headphones back on just quite yet, because I did just get off of a 2-hour class where I was in headphones, and I don't love wearing headphones. So that'll just depend on how I feel in probably a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Actually, it was a very good lunch. So I feel energized. Well, not really. It probably left me feeling a little sluggish, but it's okay. But with that being said, let me swap us over. And you guys should be seeing me now. You won't be hearing yet. Alright, game audio should be capturing at this point. Let me know how the level is specifically. Yeah. Oh. I did log in since last night, so I don't... Yeah. Knick-Knack told me about that last night when we recorded what's potentially going to be one of our greatest reacts ever to come out this year. I know, right? It was just kind of apropos. I didn't even try to reload the game multiple times to get a different load screen. But yeah, Knick-Knack told me about the trial quest, so I know I go to my room, and then I need to go to material story, and then I need to go to event quest log, and then it should be... There it is. Miyamoto Musashi trial quest. You know what? Maybe I will. It's a little odd to be playing the game with no sound whatsoever. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. don't think that's where I'm supposed to be. No, that's fine. I don't know if this is gonna... Yeah, I don't know. I don't... seem to have an option here to fix this. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and fiddle with it. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and fiddle with it. Yeah, I suppose I can go back to the old version. Alright. You guys should not notice too much of a change. It's just gonna be me. Oh, you did get a black screen. Interesting. Oh, that's just because the capture card decided to disconnect, reconnect. Okay. Alright. Okay. There we go. Now you will have game capture doubling, and now you won't have game capture doubling. Alright. Alright. I will try that again later. I hope to get it working later, because it would be nice, but for now, that's fine. A little inconvenient, but it's fine. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. That's a lot more than I thought. I thought like 6 parts. Jesus. Okay. Alright. I can't believe this. Oh, I'm about to do something might disrupt my connection. No, okay. Whoa, hold on. You were cheating. I didn't even see when you drew your sword. Seriously, cut that out. What kind of nonsense is a move I can't even see after I already saw through your movement? You think people can just swing their swords around like chopsticks or something? Strength is not from the body alone, but from a state of perfect zen and absolute purity. That was the ultimate strike, one I spent my whole career as a swordsman perfecting. And yet, you were able to parry it somehow. I didn't pay much attention to this twaddle about the greatest swordsman under heaven, since it sounded like you made it up. But now, I must cut you down. No matter what, I must cut you down. Wait! No way, I don't fight when I can't win. Besides, you tricked me. What do you mean the name Yagyu of Edo is meaningless? Your skill with the sword is godlike. The people who told me your style was child's play lied. Of course, only the one who rules our nation knows the truth of my skill. Such is not meant for the likes of lowly peasants. If you want to curse anything for being cut down in the middle of the street, curse your own aura as a swordsman. Well, I can't really complain since I was the one who picked a fight with you. Wait, no, I will complain! Shouldn't a powerful swordsman and government official like you just ignore taunts from a wanderer like me? But no, not only did you ambush me, but you weren't even taking the fight seriously? That's not fair. You bully. Bullying the weak is bad. Looking at him, it seems nothing I say will matter anymore. This old geezer is unlike any opponent I've faced before. I can't see his attacks. I can't win. I guess this is the end of the road for me. Yes, it's that thing again. Thank you, oh merciful Bodhisattva. Since it looks like luck is on my side, I better take advantage of it and run. Sorry, but our fight ends here, Yagyu something. I won't taunt you again, so just forget about me. Bye! Buddy. Buddy! Whew, that worked. I'm getting so dizzy right now. She's gone. To think she would be versed in the demon arts as well as swordsmanship. I may have injured her, but her head is still on her shoulders. To survive my secret technique not once, but twice. Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. I will never forget your name. I will forget Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. I will, in fact, forget that. Also, respectfully, I am gomena sorry that I had to read that, Frost Shard. Wait. I've seen this place before? My head hurts. This is nothing. I can still fight. Wait, huh? Who are you? Where's that scary old geezer? I asked the question first. You're dressed funny. Looks like you're from another country? In any case, you unfamiliar foreigner, before you name yourself, you must answer this. Who in the world am I, and where exactly is this? Buddy, I don't know either. Yes, it seems that way. I must have hit my head hard and forgot who I am. So I'd appreciate it if you could tell me my name. Oh, but if you don't know, that's fine too. Why would you expect a random foreigner to know your name? If you could just point me to a nearby tea shop, I'll handle the rest myself. So, do you know my name? Do you know anything about this place? I see. Yep, then nothing I can do. This stuff happens. Sorry for asking so much. Anyway, let's get back to the introduction. What's your name? My memories don't matter, but I can't call someone I just met, hey you, right? Pretty sure you can. Okay, Seki. I'm sorry about slashing at you just now. You revived me, right? After I passed out? Well, it looks like no one stole anything off me. It seems luck is on my side again this time, for someone as cute as you. No, for someone as pure-hearted as you to wake me up. This new year is starting off great for us. Hey, partner, we've got some humans washed up over here. 2 of them! Look at that one, tasty-looking meat and nice clothes. She even got swords around her waist. That girl over there, though, no flair at all. No swords, no fancy get-up, but perfect for physical labor. Let's grab her so she can make our meals. Not bad. It's about time we started aiming higher. A full-fledged Oni has human slaves. It will keep those weirdos staying at the gate in check. Hey, you 2 humans there, if you don't want to die, come quietly and do as we say. If you resist, we won't have any choice. We'll have to hurt one of you, real bad. My memory's hazy. Can't even remember my own name. Still, I'm guessing this isn't something we can just run away from. So... I mean, those are real Oni, right? Here we go again. I always end up in weird places like this. Fine, I shall fight. Seki, I'll trust you to cover me. I don't know where you idiots came from, but you sure have guts talking weird trash like that to a couple of strangers who washed up on a beach. I can tolerate thieves, miscreants, Oni, centipede, monsters, even Osaka Behime, but I just can't stand evil jerks like you. Hey! Now, an honest match, you Oni-looking villains. Playtime is over. I'll send you back to hell. Eek! What's with this human? She's super strong. That dual sword stance, ferocious yet perfectly controlled. The flexibility and ability to... The flexibility and ability to adapt. I don't love that, like, phrasing in English. I think it's because you've got the ability and then ability immediately after. It just doesn't flow very well reading-wise. Sorry, I've been doing grammar all morning in class, so this is... the flexibility and ability to adapt to any and all situations. This woman, don't tell me. She's the famous Miyamoto Musashi, the one who killed off all the disciples of the Yoshioka school. What? Me, Dakota Doyle? I would never give away hints to a react. Never. What? You know of her partner? Indeed, I once devoted myself to the way of the sword. I'm familiar with all the famous swordsmen. This woman is Miyamoto Musashi, without a doubt. No, but woman? A woman? Apparently, your name is Musashi. Yeah, sounds about right to me, so let's go with that. Although, I can't remember what kind of person this Musashi is. Well, she's probably a good-for-nothing person. In any case, we're still in the middle of a match. Hey, Oni, thanks for telling me my name. If that's Musashi, there's no way we'd win. Sorry, Skeroku. It's either Sukaroku or Skeroku. I think it's Skeroku. Die for me. Unless you only make that ske noise when the suke is applied to the end of a name. I actually don't know. Huh. Okay. Whoa, don't push me to the front. What are you, an evil Oni? Oh, wait. Yeah. You're an idiot. I'm gonna die here. Yeah, you probably are. I'm not dead, I'm still alive? You mean Musashi let me live? The same Musashi they say kills everyone she meets? Where did you hear that? My memory is still hazy right now, but I won't cut down an opponent who's lost the will to fight. We're not at war or anything. Isn't it a bit barbaric to kill someone on first sight? No, he did not. If I can scare away my opponent through intimidation, that's a perfect victory. All I want's money and fame. Killing my opponents will only make people hate me. Is that so? You say that, but each of your attacks was powerful enough to kill. Well, yeah, obviously I didn't practice my blade work just so I could go easy on opponents. That said, I don't need a trail of blood and corpses following me. Only a true swordsman can stop a slash mid-strike. I don't fight if there's nothing in it for me. Let me see. Well, if you have a bounty on your head, I'ma cut it off and get that bounty. But you don't, do you? You don't look like you got a lot of money or like someone be paying for your head. Shots fired. Okay then, hate the sin, not the, Oni. You know what, just consider yourself lucky and forget about me. Right, since I think I know my name now, let me reintroduce myself. I am Miyamoto Musashi. Probably. Nice to meet you, Seki. For now, let's head to the tea shop I see on top of that ridge. Yes. I see. Chaldea, servants, and ray shifts. Oh my! I've never heard of any of those, but I have an idea of who you are now. And you're saying I'm one of those so-called servants? I actually love that. That doesn't sound right. I definitely don't remember getting treated like a hero or a famed swordsman. And it's not just because I don't remember much about myself, you know? That kinda makes my nose itchy. I can just feel something about that's a bit off. I don't think I'm the same swordsman you know of, Seki, that's for sure, but... the little stuff can wait. Let's fill up our tummies first. Miss, bring more dumplings. Also, bring me some udon. Plain or not, doesn't matter. Just give me what you got. Don't tell me. Seki, you don't have any money? Okay, let's just sell the shop owner something of ours. This sword guard is quite well crafted, no? Don't worry. If I sell it, it'll cover travel expenses for a while. I'll share some with you too, Seki. I mean, selling it'll kind of ruin its legacy and stuff. Luckily I still have other swords. Anywho, you woke up on this island and you remember having been here before. Am I correct? How did you get back to your original world before? I wonder if that strange hole is somewhere on this island too. Yep, already got used to it. Happens to me a lot. I just kind of meander into weird worlds. Last time I ended up in the western part of this place called America. I had to fight a bunch of guys with pistols. Is that a reference to a story that I haven't gotten to yet? Or is she actually just time traveling? Also, the fact that they all attend the cooking classes is adorable. I would love to see a group of demons all attending fucking cooking classes with Benny Enma. The priestess that took care of me then said that I was a stranger. Apparently, I'm the sort who gets spirited away all the time. That's why I end up in all sorts of places. Usually, there's a hole to return to the original world nearby. So long as I can find it, I can get back to the previous world. Ah. Nah, that's just how things have always been for me. It's not like I'm dying or anything. I see. Open-hearted and cheerful, like in all the stories. Even in a predicament that would kill an ordinary person, she just shrugs it off. I'm at a loss for words. This bitch again. No, hold on, Master from Chaldea. I am Skeroku, Raiden no Skeroku, caretaker of the fields and farms on this island. An Oni making a meager living in Onigashima, a land that lost its master and is now fated to disappear. I couldn't help but be concerned about that woman saying she was Musashi. That's why I followed you. Oh, right. Don't just stand there. Care to sit next to me? No, I can't sit next to Miyamoto Musashi, even if you're only claiming to be him. I'm afraid my head would come toppling off my shoulders at any moment. I think I'd prefer to stand. Also, I came here bearing good news. Onigashima is an island someone created, then abandoned. This place doesn't exist in the real world anymore. This is the boundary of dreams and illusions. These days, the only visitors we get are Oni with nowhere else to go, just like us. But today must be quite the special day. Many travelers have wandered into this dream. 3 great Oni occupying the gates, a master of Chaldea washing up on the shore, and a lady swordsman calling herself Miyamoto Musashi tumbles into a place she's wholly unconnected to. Each of you with unknown origins, but doubtless foreigners. If so, you want to return to your native worlds, yes? Yes, the dumplings here suck. I really do need to get back to Chaldea. Well, then matters are simple. Head for the summit of Onigashima. Her shrine still sits on the summit of Onigashima, a sanctuary shrouded in her divine aura. This world's god will reject anything that's deemed unnecessary. Given that, foreigners like you should get bounced back to your original world the moment you reach the summit. That's splendid. Thank you for the advice, Lord Raiden no Skeroku. Sure, you did spare my life, so I owed you one. No need to Okay, I, Seki, and Lord Skeroku shall proceed to the summit of Onigashima. Sukeroku. I would like to know. We just need to go past that gate in the distance, right? You can guide us, hold our luggage, and make our meals. Oh, and I'm not really asking. I'm telling. Defy me, and I'll give you some pain, so better just do what I say. What? Politeness, oppression. Oh, okay. In the first place, Miyamoto Musashi is known as the most powerful swordsman in the history of Japan. He is said to have lived in the early Edo period. The Nitten Ichiryu he created is a style that utilized both long and short swords and is considered the quintessential dual-wielding style in Japan. The many duels Musashi fought with other swordsmasters while he was in his 20s are known across the land and serve as inspiration for a great deal of literature and entertainment. Among us Oni, Musashi is synonymous with the dual-wielding style and is both feared and loved at the same time. So much so that many Oni children would swing around 2 clubs pretending to be Musashi. The Nitten Ichiryu, the Book of 5 Rings, the Throne of Void. Ah, I'm starting to remember things. I haven't reached the 5th blade yet. When I was out in the Sagami area in hopes of training, I met a strange old man in a gazebo while sheltering from the rain. I see. They say Musashi was born in Ohara, Sakushu. His father's name was Shinmen Munisai, the martial artist coach of the Shinmen clan in Takayama Castle. His lord was the one who gave him the name Shinmen. Munisai set up a dojo for jite skills in Miyamoto Yoshino. Musashi considered this his home and so later used Miyamoto as a surname. Stories of Miyamoto Musashi are popular, but Shinmen Munisai was incredibly skilled as well. Consider that the name he gave himself is Muni, which means unique. You have to be quite skilled to consider calling yourself that. To be unique is to be the singular ultimate one. In other words, it's a show of a powerful ego asserting none follow in his footsteps. Musashi, his son, calling his own style Nitten, is surely respect for his great father. I'm getting a chill somehow. Do Oni catch colds as well? Oh, right, there's not much point in trying to recount Musashi's history with her standing right here, is there? It's certainly nothing she doesn't know. Sorry about that. A slip of the tongue, it's just none of the Oni are interested in stories of this sort, so I can't help but be attracted to swords. Because of that, I spent a lot of time rifling through books and documents alone. Well, I've never heard of an Oni versed in swordsmanship. On the other hand, I've never heard of people becoming Oni-like in On the other hand, I have heard of people On the other hand, I have heard of people becoming Oni-like in pursuit of swordsmanship. Oh well, I already knew that was the version of the story in your world. In my world, Shinmen Munisai was violent as a storm, and his child was abandoned simply because she was a girl. But wait, she wasn't discouraged by the abandonment. Nope, she built a shed to live right under that bastard father's nose. I don't know what kind of swordsman Miyamoto Musashi was in the world of Lord Skeroku or Seki. But in my world, Miyamoto Musashi is still a nameless swordsman that lives each day in self-indulgence. Well, someone once told me I was from a world that went totally off the rails, a pruning theoretical phenomenon. That's why I'm different than the other Musashi, they said. But the Musashi in your world became famous? That's pretty awesome. When you get down to it, Miyamoto Musashi is just a careless sort of fellow, but in his version he was at least able to touch the throne of void. Pruning theoretical phenomenon. I've never heard of that term before. What does it mean? Who knows? Perhaps it's a destiny like the morning dew. I don't know all that much myself. I'm putting it out here right now. I'm assuming that's referring to pruning certain timelines or dimensions from the main line. Let's see. Oh. This is the first great gate. This was the gate Kazakoi Maru guarded in the past. Ho 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 ho! How dare you show up, seedy bald Oni and country girl who doesn't even have a long-sleeved kimono. It's the new year, the first dawn of the year. The neighborhood overflows with New Year gifts and the Pharaoh's son. No day is as joyous as today. In other words, yes, in other words, it's my turn. Yeah, I heard Pharaoh, and the only answer was Nita, Chris, or Cleo. Ugh, what is this? This quiet as if it were a mall where every store was shuttered and closed. That was a mistake, making an elegant and conservative entrance just because it is New Year. What was I thinking? Right, a pharaoh must be brazen like the glimmering sun for any and every occasion. Just like the great Ozymandias. And Nitocris. You know, I'm not like that. Yes, I appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart, Pharaoh Nitocris. That's really not what I meant. All right, now that I have my support, let's try this again. No, because Ozymandias wouldn't have called himself the Pharaoh like that, so it had to be either Nitocris or Cleopatra referring to Ozymandias. Hiya! Okay. New entrance. Ho 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 ho! Surprised you made it here, scrawny, ugly Oni and girl with 3 buster cards. But your advance ends here. I will not allow any further violence. That's because I'm going to turn this island into my second castle. Right, I couldn't borrow a pyramid from Pharaoh Ozymandias this time. But I have superior money management skills. Give me 3 days and this gate will be renovated into a classy spa. Once I'm done, you will be able to rest to your heart's content. The first 3 days of the year are special, so take it easy. Really? We have no money, but you'll let us stay in an inn? Huh, of course, samurai girl. That obi you have is quite exquisite. I am always looking for new girlfriends. So she says. No idea what she's talking about, but she seems awfully generous, I guess. It's the new year, right? How about we forget about going to the summit and just rest here? To think you would call me out on that. I expect nothing less from the master who saved humanity. 6 hours per shift, 2 shifts a day, each separated by a 6-hour break. Absolutely the fuck not. No. No. With this miraculous labor law, I can turn a single working day into 2. That's how you lot will build my new castle. I knew it! She runs a shady business! The only real miracle in the world should be Udon! Let's defeat her and move on. She holds her head so high. Not only do you not go with my plan, but you accuse me of running a shady business. Now I must fight. I am the final heir of the pharaoh fighting style, the very incarnation of beauty, Cleopatra the 7th Philopator. I don't know what heroic spirit you are, but I'm not just a supreme beauty. What? Pharaoh fighting style? You know of it, Raiden? No. Oh. Yes, in a land far to the west, someone devised a magical attack strengthened by pompous acts and laughs. The more pompous and cocky you act, the greater king you become. To think those are the requirements to inherit such a fighting style. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that once you inherit the style, you always look at people with your head held. Okay, stand back, Lord Sukeroku. The girl's weapon is a sickle chain as big as Baiken's. Amazing! The match is over! Winner, Shinmen Musashi no Kami! Ah, hearing that declaration of the victor felt so good! Thanks, Seki. You people don't know a good opportunity when you see one. This is where you should be praising me. This is your chance to receive the greatest New Year gift ever, my unparalleled beauty. But I will not give up my dream of a fitness boot camp island. For the sake of my dear Caesar, I will make Cleopatra Fitness Island a reality. Cleo, I support you. Can I also have a ticket to Fitness Boot Camp Island? Huh? She disappeared. I didn't even hit her that hard, though. She went back to Chaldea. I see. Glad I didn't end up killing her. Okay, moving on. From the look of things, these, servants you call them, I bet they'll be at the other gates, too. It'll be good if we can talk things out with them, but if we have to fight, that's fine, too. Wielding my sword will probably restore my memories, and I'm happy for any chance to fight a strong opponent. Yes, I can tell she likes udon. Yeah, no. He's coming with me. I'm not doing this alone. Master here on New Year's. Welcome. I am the Dream Cat guarding the second gate. My name is Tamamo Cat. Woof. There will be no lounging around a kotatsu eating mandarin oranges here. Now it's a fox girl? Seki, your friends are weird. Of course, Master has an A rank in endurance and will listen to even the ramblings of a wild cat with patience. However, this cat is ticked. I've been carefully getting ready for a nice traditional New Year's meal since the end of last year. I was willing to skip the last battle for it. Honestly, being an all-star is so annoying. So I was peeling my shrimp, resolved to duck out of any of the battles, when Master ordered the New Year's meal at a convenience store. And she even ordered one for me, so considerate. But that turned out to just make me angry. Ah, that's no good. Don't you know why New Year's meals are so elaborate, kid? They're made of food that lasts so that the lady of the house doesn't have to cook for 3 days straight. And they're made elaborately and lovingly with as many of the husband's favorite foods as possible. It's their way of showing their gratitude at the end of the year. Yes, they say New Year's Day dictates the rest of the year, you know? So traditionally for the wife, pleasing her significant other with a homemade New Year's meal is a way to infuse the relationship with love, spirit, joy, and mutual support for the whole year ahead. And you just went out and got a store-bought one? Even my jerk dad gets quiet in front of the New Year's meal. Huh? I don't remember doing this. That's right, this kitty's chest is about to burst with sadness. Actually, it did burst, and the result was... Happy New Year, Master! I am Tamamo Cat, woof woof, the hawk! Never get store-bought meals, I'm Tamamo Cat, woof woof woof, and I'm taking it to the danger zone. As you can see, the sadness split my heart into 3 pieces, and the result was the raging feline, Tamamo Cat. One's good enough, and now there's 2 more of us. You're gonna need a whole lot of carrots. Now we have no choice but to open up a maid cafe, or rather a maid cat-fe. But where do we get the cats? Impressive. A maid enterprising enough to open up a cafe. How modern. Does that make Master the cafe owner? That's right, kitties. So let's grab our master. Open cats! Eagle, jaguar, bear, let's combine. Let's go, Master. It's time for some triple cat trouble. I need an animation of this because I don't understand what just happened. Huh? The last gate's supposed to be here. But instead, there's this weird field. And what's that funky steel tower? No, that I understand. It's the 3 and the cat cafe and it's the rest of it. A ghastly aura. Not bad, New Saber. You guys just keep popping up like weeds, don't you? I've been watching from afar. What's with that cool battle animation? A true saber should only use a single beloved blade. Using two is so wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself. I know, it's not even my favorite character of the Servant verse. Where's Mysterious Ranmaru X? To tell me about what Mysterious Ranmaru X is doing during Mysterious Ranmaru X's day. That is correct. I knew you were the type of master who would understand, Seki. Hello. Here's your New Year's present. It's red bean paste balls they sell at a station on planet Guntama. Anyway, did you hear that, newbie? Dual wielding is my thing, so cut it out. Even my self-control, which is reinforced as tightly as a plasma chain, is still about to snap. Either way, I'm going to attack like I'm the victor of this fight. I am Heroine X, the Space Saber. I work to maintain the balance of the servant universe by defeating the ever-growing number of sabers. All things must be perfectly in balance. Taste my ever-so-flashy Saber Ninja Technique. What? Saber Ninja Technique, you say? I knew you would know about this, Raiden. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it's a demonic technique some traveler taught to the King of Knights after the latter crossed the sea by mistake and got lost on Mount Katsuragi. Though extraordinarily powerful, it's a cursed technique that becomes almost useless once its user joins your side. I never thought such a technique would ever get implemented. I mean, would actually exist. I may not have Nameless Red or Babagan with me this time, but I do have barbaric techniques that can only be used alone. Get ready, dual wielder, and be careful, Seki. Don't underestimate me just because it's New Year's. I'm kind of seriously strong right now. Bring it on! Frostshard, I'm pretty sure that right now we're playing fucking wall ball with the fourth wall. This saber's a pain. Just like me, she'll do whatever it takes to win, and it really looks like anything goes. No way, sure, I'll do whatever I need in order to win, but my policy is to master a single technique. Nitten Ichiryu is an attempt to challenge and overcome an absolute one. I've set my eyes on your weakness. I shall reach the apex of heaven. Now prepare yourself. She's after my left hand. I know what she's doing, but I don't think I can stop her. Ow! Ow! I can't believe she destroyed the WFD bracelet on my wrist. This was specially made by the new engineer that joined my Knights of the Round Table team, Lionhead. Very well, we'll finish this later. Actually, I'm running away because I'm scared. But don't think you've won. A second and third me will appear one of these days. Just wait for it. Until we meet again, Seki, I'll see you in yet another spacey war someday. Jesus. She also disappeared. Well, that was a strange opponent. Seki, are all servants like that? I see, so she's an exception among exceptions. That explains why we get along so well. What exactly does that mean? Neither she nor I are really part of this world. In a sense, we're alike in that way. You know, I'm the kind of girl who randomly wanders into different worlds. I know how it feels to be left out, no matter where you are. I knew it. Anyway, this is the final gate. We're almost to the top. Let's hurry before someone else stops us. Oy. Whoa, so that's what the incineration of humanity was. You battled and went through a lot. That means you took back our history and future, right? That's amazing! I'm sure everyone praised you for that. So let me add in as a bonus. Good work, Seki. I'm sure it was a long year for you. Oh, and another thing, Master of Chaldea. Happy New Year. Thanks to you, I can continue my journey. Aw, come on, bonding with others is great and all, but that alone's not enough to do it justice. In the end, it was all about your potential. I'm very interested in you as well, Shinmen Musashi. Why have you continued your wandering journeys? My journey is just to perfect my skills, so there's no real goal. I guess if I had a goal, it's to get home to my world and to master my blade work. My dad, Munisai's blade, was about one, a perfected one, a one that reached heights that never could be exceeded. But I hate that damn old man, so I want to surpass him no matter what it takes. So I want a sword that can exceed 1. Before I die, I want to reach the throne of the void. I want to achieve 0. Valid. There it is! I feel it! Seki, there's a hole there! Well, you're right. It's too bad since we got to know each other so well. I have my own world and you have your own world of Chaldea. It's a shame, but we have to say goodbye. But if we have the chance, I'm sure we'll meet again somewhere. No, that will never happen. You will die here, Shinmen Musashi. You said you wanted to go home, right? But that was never going to happen in the first place. And who? Oh, Musashi Benkei. Musashi Bo Benkei. What? Did you know me, Sukeroku? Did you follow me around because you hated me for some reason? That's right. For a long, long time, I had forgotten. I had forgotten how I became an Oni. On that day, I fought with you. After I killed those monkey-like brats in the Miyamoto village, I just happened to pass you by on the mountain road. What a beautiful sight you were, there in the twilight, the very embodiment of evil. I knew instantly that I had to fight you or I would have regretted it. That's how beautiful your demeanor was. It was enough to drive me mad had I let you go. And you defeated me, and now I'm finally able to remember your words you uttered at that time. If it's for money or honor, I'm going to run. If it's for hate or duty, I'll run then too. But if you say your spirit can't survive unless you kill me, then I shall fight you. If our lives cannot exist without killing each other, then I shall resign myself to this bloodshed. Yeah, that sounds right. I'll kill someone for that reason. Indeed, so then you defeated me, and I wandered the world harboring a grudge. The next thing I knew, I had become an Oni that had forgotten everything. But meeting you brought back my rage. I will repeat what I said then. Fight me, flower that blossoms at the apex of heaven. Life is meaningless to me if I don't kill you. Sorry, Seki, can you help me out? I don't think I can slay him completely, but with you, I can let him move on to the next life. I know it's a pain, but... Yep, I knew I could count on the one who saved the world. It's impressive at your age. Very well, you obsessed Oni. I don't know who you are. No, I don't even remember your name. You must be one of the many warriors I slew. I doubt I will remember this fight either, but come. I am Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu, master of the Niten Ichiryu. With my fifth force, I shall cut your obsession crosswise. Arima, whatchamacallit, your life is mine. Gah! Oh. This inescapable declaration of death. This is it. This is the flower of the blade I saw on that day. Ha ha! But how futile. Poor Musashi, how sad Musashi, the desire to return home. You cannot return anywhere. You are the same as the heroic spirits. I'm sure you've realized it already. Your world disappeared a long time ago. You were ejected from your vanishing world, and you are going up a creek without a paddle through the worlds of others. You'll be an outcast forever and ever. There is no world left for you to belong to. You will never be able to return home, and your journey will continue forever. That is, until the time you meet the greatest foe of your life. Thus, I pity you, for such a master of the arts does not exist. Hold it, I hate to criticize someone's dying words, but what are you talking about? I can encounter all kinds of greatest foes. I mean, I was almost killed by a scary old guy just recently. No, that's not it. That's not it, Musashi. There are no doubt better swordsmen, greater masters than you. But that is not what I mean by your greatest foe. It's the path that you seek. To a swordsman, the greatest foe is one who has mastered the path, the origin opposite to their own. But that will never be fulfilled. Such a person doesn't even exist. The swordsman of the heavenly eye, that path where zero rivals one, is, in other words, infinity. No swordsman has ever reached infinity. Such a path is something no one can ever reach. Thus, your journey will never end. You are just like a drifting boat. Oh, how I pity you, Musashi. How sad you are, Musashi. All your talent will never pay off. Even with all your training, you will never get a chance to truly use it. Like a flower blooming in the twilight, you will only scatter, idly. Be gone to your next life. Someday I will join you. All right, now that the pain in the neck is gone, it really is time to say goodbye. That Oni said I can't go back to my old world, but don't let it bother you too much. If nothing else, I can go back to the world I was in before I came here, just like how you'll wake up in Chaldea. Oh, if you do make it safely back, immortalize me in a journal or something. Well, we were companions for a while, a really, really short while, though. Yes, of course. Anyway, goodbye, Master. Oh, right. I'm so dumb. How could I just realize this now? A once-a-year, joyous and happy event. Of course it was fun. This was the first dream you had in the new year. I played the fights at some point. I don't even remember when, but I didn't read it at the time. Is what must have happened. So. God forbid, I have no clue when I played the fights. None. Oh, Fu. Fu. Good morning, Senpai. Happy New Year. As I promised last night, I am here for your 7 o'clock wake-up call. You're going to help Da Vinci with her mochi-making party, right? I can't wait to... Master. Is something wrong? It looks like you were crying. Fu. I see, but it wasn't a bad one, was it? How do I know, you ask? I can tell. You look very happy. That is sad, but there was also something good. That's the look you always have when that happens. Fu. Right, I'll accompany you on our first mission of 2019, Master. Fu. Okay, that's when I did it. Alright, so that's the Musashi trial quest done. What? Oh, there's nothing to close from here? Okay. Yeah. A lot happens to me in my sleep. Like, goddamn. Okay. Oh my god, Jesus. 40 minutes just on introing in the Musashi quest. Okay. Alright, Shimousa. A hawk cries out somewhere in the distance. In Mount Kinbo's Reigando, an old man awaits the final moments of his life. His name, Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. Which is to say, I am speaking of myself. Yes, I am Shinmen Musashi, the one whose blade has spilled the blood of countless others. Perhaps I was once called Miyamoto Musashi at some point, but that doesn't matter now. No, not yet. I refuse to sleep just yet. Come now, eyes, open up. Yes, that's it. I may well end up dying today or tomorrow, but it won't be right this instant. Patience. After all, my visitor has yet to arrive. Now where was I? Oh yes, my blades. I killed quite a few people with them. Blades. They are tools for killing, for cutting and slashing human bodies. They once referred to tachi and katana. Now they refer to katana and wakizashi. Blades are carried by soldiers, by warriors, by bushi. They could also be called samurai, a variation of the word saburao, meaning to serve, as they serve their masters. In any case, those who command these warriors are known as generals. A general is like nothing so much as a master carpenter. He must know how to make use of every tool at his disposal to carry out his master's wishes. Even now, I can hear a young Iori telling me he doesn't understand what I mean. Perhaps Maganojo would have had that smug, knowing expression about now. Yes, I imagine he would. Me, I'm hopeless. I didn't understand anything back when I was young. I just traveled the world, cutting down anyone who challenged me. I could never have hoped to be a general. At best, I would have ended up some minor commander bound for some tiny domain. How foolish. Yes, foolish. What point is there in being good with a blade? It is good for nothing but killing and maiming others. Perhaps my life might have been more worthwhile had I been a painter. No doubt Takara Matabe would laugh if he heard that. He would say I'm spouting nonsense in my old age. Yes, you're right, Matabe. It is far too late for me to allow myself to wallow in regret now. As if I would ever say something like that. There is nothing wrong with a bit of foolishness. I lived in a chaotic age where the screams of agony were common as birdsong. I have no regrets. I've spent my whole... Oh, that's my call. Well, we're still waiting for another call, but okay. All right. We should be back. At least for now. Hopefully I get that. I'm honestly hoping I get that other call during the stream, but we'll see. I have no regrets. I've spent my whole life cutting, slashing, slaughtering. Come then, fate, show me what my final moments hold. Spirits in heaven, forgive me for such fruitless dreams. Treat them as no more than the ramblings of an old man on death's door, and pay them no heed. Still, I have precious little time left. My eyes may close forever even before the fateful moment arrives. Well, this is troubling. How truly vexing. Gods, Buddha, at this point I'll even take an Oni or a demon. Please give me more time so that I may reach my destiny. I don't think I'll be able to do so in the bowels of hell. If that is impossible, then... if only this world were itself a living hell. Okay. Oh, senpai. Speak of the devil, I was just heading to your room to look for you. I finally found something I've been trying to find for some time. What was it? Oh, I wasn't looking for it for my sake. If anything, it's more to do with you, senpai. Let me start at the beginning. Let's see, senpai, you once said that you met Miyamoto Musashi, the famous swordsman, during a dreamlike experience, right? Well, this concerns her too. Unlike the historical Miyamoto Musashi, the one you encountered was a woman, perhaps from a world of pruning theoretical phenomenon. She may have been one who travels between worlds via some special means, or even a living human rather than a heroic spirit. Whatever the case, that was the Musashi you met. I found this very intriguing. I had nothing to go on but what you told me, and the circumstantial evidence. And there was one more thing, something that kept nagging at me personally. If Miyamoto Musashi has been split into two different people, one male and one female, there may be a reason for that. Of course, there are a fair number of heroic spirits with numerous what-if spirit origins registered here at Chaldea alone. Maybe that's the case with Musashi as well, or maybe she's something completely different. Either way, I had to find out. Yes, and I couldn't have done it without the whole staff's help. Aw, it was no big deal. There was all sorts of always accessible, text-formatted data already saved in the standard library. Unfortunately, image data of authentic original text isn't as easy to find. But luckily, we recently happened across some that was saved to a standalone underground library. I think my heart skipped a beat when it first turned up, though. After all, it said not to look at it in the README file. Still, I scanned it for viruses and it came up clean, so it should be alright. Probably just someone's idea of a practical joke. Anyway, I hope this image taken out of the original manuscript for the Book of Five Rings helps you two out. Later. That's suspicious. Also, I have a copy of the Book of Five Rings, I think right over there? Yeah, I've definitely got one copy right over there on a shelf. Thank you so much. Yes, this is the book that Miyamoto Musashi, who left his mark on our history, wrote. The female Musashi that you met had nothing to do with it. For one thing, she hadn't materialized as a servant, right? I think she was just a flesh and blood human. Moving between worlds while still alive. Alternate histories, but with the exact same name. A different version of the exact same person. Senpai, can you wait for a little while? There's something I want to try. If the Musashi you met was different from our history's Miyamoto Musashi, but she also had the same name and fought with two swords, then we may be able to find something else they have in common, or maybe even some way in which they're entirely different in the manuscript. I know I'm grasping at straws, so I can't offer anything more definitive right now, but... Thank you, senpai. So you were discussing the Book of Five Rings, were you? I really must say, it might be just a touch difficult to decipher it, and to find a proper expert. Ah! Right, Musashi and Kojiro are like peas in a pod. Oh no, I may call myself Sasaki Kojiro, but who's to say if that is indeed who I truly am? No, I am merely a stick-waving samurai who stumbled onto this name. I have certainly heard the name Miyamoto Musashi, but I've never actually met him. Indeed, I have no connection to him whatsoever for good or ill. Nonetheless, now that I go by Kojiro, I cannot ignore the mark that Shinmen Musashi has made upon the world. Knowledge of the Book of Five Rings was bestowed upon me when I was summoned as a servant, whether I wished it so or not. As such, I know it quite well, though I cannot say how comprehensible its contents will be to you, Lady Seki. Everything up to the Book of Earth and the Book of Water can be interpreted easily enough, but beyond that it is more a book of riddles than a manual. Its final chapter, the Book of Void, is nothing more than a scrap that lays Musashi's feelings bare. Nor are they described in a tangible, material manner. Void discusses what lies beyond, the karmic laws one's eye can see, and the concept of zero, which at the time was at the very bleeding edge of Buddhist studies. Indeed, it reads more like a philosophical treatise created to help the reader accept this new way of thinking. Excuse me? I'm afraid I completely forgot. Sasaki Kojiro! Oh, I'm so sorry for getting carried away. I didn't mean to shout in your face like that. But I just remembered that you showed up in the story about the famous duel on Ganryu Island. Of course, some say that the story was just invented some years later, and you're also rather unique when it comes to heroic spirits. But that's exactly why I should have thought to ask you about it first. And yet, for some reason, it never even occurred to me until now. Huh, that's odd. I feel like my head was swimming in some kind of haze or something. Please calm yourself, Lady Mash. Take a few breaths and make sure you are getting enough oxygen. Now may I ask what you mean to do with the Book of Five Rings? Do you mean to summon Musashi to Chaldea as well? No, not exactly. Oh, so you met a Miyamoto Musashi, but not the historical Miyamoto Musashi of our world. Rather, she is a woman with thin arms who wields two katana, claiming to be Musashi, and aspires to perfect her swordsmanship. Fascinating. She sounds very much like me, and yet entirely different. I may be Sasaki Kojiro, but instead I am merely a single manifestation of one of the many legends surrounding him. I am but the shadow of the moon as reflected in a pool of water. But you say this mysterious Musashi you met is apparently the Musashi rather than one of his manifestations. In which case, did this female Musashi ever tell you this? Kojiro, you have lost. According to the other swordsmasters, that is what Musashi said to Kojiro after the latter had cast aside his scabbard of his own accord while awaiting Musashi on Ganryu Island. There are numerous interpretations of their duel, but there are no lines more famous than this. As such, those words would prove that this Musashi was indeed who she claims. Perhaps you even came to believe she was Musashi because you had heard her speak that line, Lady Seki? No. Oh. That complicates matters. Then I believe this female Musashi has yet to reach the void, which may then make you the final piece of this puzzle, Lady Seki. Musashi was my most ephemeral rival, a wielder of two katana for whom Sasaki Kojiro had waited since time immemorial. There have been many great swordsmasters in Japan's history, but despite being flashy and controversial, none so well known and beloved as him. He was a brilliant martial artist with nary a loss to his name, Shinmen, Musashi no Kami, Fujiwara no Harunobu. That does sound like me. But I never dreamed I'd have the luxury of somebody overseeing it all to the end. I never thought things would turn out like this. Senpai? You look pale. No more than pale. You look ghostly white. Wait, this has happened before. What's wrong, Senpai? Senpai! Senpai! Please wake up, Senpai! What is all this commotion? It's early. What's wrong, Mash? You seem awfully worked up. Why, you're pale as an oni. Oh, and I see Master's collapsed in a heap. She's out cold, isn't she? But don't worry. She's still got a pulse. We're neither too late nor too early. I shall go and fetch Lady Martha. Lady Mash, remain calm. Lady Doji, keep an eye on things. Well, it's not like she's dying or anything, although it does feel like there's some kind of magical energy here. Never mind. Guess it was just my imagination. Hey, Seki, wake up or I'll start nibbling on you from the head down. Senpai, can you hear me? There you have it. Miss Seki has fallen into a deep coma. She was thoroughly examined, but nothing was found to be amiss. If anything, she appears to be the picture of health. Yet she will not wake up. Not even all the healing-focused casters in Chaldea working together are able to open her eyes, and according to Mash, this is not the first time Master has succumbed to such a coma. When this happened before, I believe the cause lay with... Dundas. Oh, my apologies. Ultimately, the King of Mages was responsible for that, of course. Though you were certainly complicit, you are not the sole cause of the problem, nor are you the sort of man to repeat the same crime twice. Nonetheless, I couldn't help but suspect that you might know a thing or two about this. Silence. Keep prattling on, and I will burn you to ash from the inside out. Do not speak to me. I have no interest in whatever you have to say. Just keep your mouth shut, Holmes. Quite a shame, that. I thought we might find common ground as gentlemen who share a fondness for tobacco. Very well, then. I shall refrain from further conversation. I was merely hoping you might be able to help contain this situation. But I shall respect your wishes and do without your cooperation. However, as this matter concerns Chaldea's sole master, it is of utmost importance. As such, I shall be continuing my investigation. Do what you will. It's no concern of mine. There we go. That should have him helping out in earnest. It's a shame that things have come to this, but now that they have, everything depends upon all of us doing our best. And of course, Misaki's own battle. Okay. Pseudo-singularity 3. Value undetermined. Pseudo-parallel world. 1639, the stage of carnage. Shimousa, 7 duels of swords masters. You see a blue sky stretching out above you. Huh? Already awake. I thought you'd be out for at least another day. Wait, no, sorry. Why do I always say the first thing that comes to mind? Okay then, to make up for that, let me tell you what's going on. Seeing as it's such a nice day, I decided this was a good time and place to eat. I unwrapped my meal and was just getting ready to eat when you suddenly fell from the sky. I caught you purely on instinct, but in the process my rice ball fell into the dirt. But anyway, I tried calling you and slapping you awake, but you were out like a lantern, so I figured I was in for a day of waiting around here to keep an eye on you. But then you just went and woke up on your own, like Yajirobe. I see your luck is still as strong as ever, or maybe Lady Kanon has taken you under her protection. Anyway, let me introduce myself again. I'm Musashi. That's right. I'm Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu, but you can just call me Musashi like you did before. It's been a long time, Seki. I'm so glad we were able to see each other again. Oh my fucking god, that was such a long intro! Oh my god, okay. Okay. My book of Five Rings is next to one of my copies of The Art of War, but I also have the T.H.E, the I Ching, and a couple of other books on the same shelf. Actually, a lot more books on the same shelf because I've gathered all of my Asian history into one area. Oh my god, that was so long. Narcolepsy. I did see it change. I did see it change from pseudo singularity to pseudo parallel world. Oh my god. I need a second. Okay. Yeah, rice fields. Okay. All right. Hang on. What was that called? Was that called Prima Cantica Purgatorio? Okay. Oh. Okay. I hate this. I hate restricted formation nodes. Thanks for filling me in. I think I've got the lay of the land now. So basically, you don't know where you are or how you got here. Usually you've got a thing that lets you talk to your comrades, but for some reason you can't do that now. And to top it all off, you can't be totally sure that this isn't all a dream. That about it? Oh, back on Onigashima. I've actually crossed a few more worlds since then, but never mind that now. Did you get over your dizzy spells? Okay, I can trust your story then. The last thing you remember, you were still in your own world, back in Chaldea, and bam, next thing you know, you're waking up here. I can't say for sure whether you're dreaming or not, but I have heard stories about people's spirits leaving their bodies when they dream. Some puppeteer with glasses once told me that while it was extremely rare to travel to other worlds while dreaming, it does happen occasionally. At any rate, even I'm surprised by how far off the beaten path your life takes you. Sure, it makes me feel closer to you than ever before. It's great to finally have someone to talk to who really gets me. And since we have so much in common, I'll be glad to help make sure you wake up from this dream safely. Oh, restricted formation hell. I hate that shit. Ugh. Yeah, I know that we were referencing Toko. My best guess, you probably are dreaming, but at the same time, this world also really exists. At least I think it does. So if you end up dying here before you wake up, you'll probably end up dead for real. I've seen people die to curses, seen stuff like that more than a few times. So as Musashi no Kami, I hereby offer to serve as your guard until this thing blows over. It's been so long since I've said something like that. Makes me feel kind of silly. Somebody even trusted a ruffian like me to look after a plot of land once, if you can believe that. Don't worry, I've protected a fair few over the years, so just relax and let me handle everything. In fact, to be honest, I just came here a day ago myself, so I've been a little nervous about exploring this place on my own. Yep, though I'm not nearly as out of place as you are. The air's kind of different here, but this is still the Japan I know. That said, I'm afraid I don't know anything more about what's going on than you do. Sorry about that. I've bounced around all kinds of worlds, but it seems like I can't go back to worlds I've been to before. I'm always getting called stranger and world drifter and other stuff like that wherever I go, so I'm pretty much always starting from scratch. A lot of the time, I get rough types getting in my face and picking fights and stuff. Sometimes it gets me so riled up I can't control myself. But with you here with me, I'm sure you'll talk me down from doing anything foolish. Lady Cannon must have had a hand in this. I mean, you ended up here just after you were talking about me, right? It must be fate. Anyway, I'm glad you're here with me. Let's find out what's up with this place together. We'll look for a way to get you back to your own world and a way for me to keep going with my journey. Ugh, that's weird coming from you. Don't talk like that. We've already shared a rice bowl before. There's no need for flattery. Okay, now that we're all caught up, what say we get moving? From the look of things around here, I can say for sure we're in Japan. I'd guess somewhere in the center of the country. Let's start by seeing what's over in that direction. If we're lucky, we'll find a village. If we're unlucky, well, we should still find a river. Good lord. Well, we've been walking for an hour, and so far the only thing we found is a bunch of Jizo statues. Still, I bet it won't be much longer now until we find a village. Trust me, that's usually how it goes. Oh, are you okay, Seki? Do you want to take a break? I must have been walking pretty quickly. I like this, nothing compared to America. Well, yeah, compared to a giant mountain like that, a nice flat rice field like this is no big deal. I mean, there were real oni there. To be honest, I was scared out of my wits the first time I saw one. Anyway, I guess I should save my energy and just hush a bit, huh? So let's take it nice and easy while we walk. Luckily, the sky is a beautiful blue today. Immediately turns dark. I'm still hungry since I lost my rice ball, but I can make do as long as the sky is nice and blue like this. Come to think of it, it was. I still enjoyed my time on that island, but that part was unfortunate. Yes. Hey, I sent someone. Looks like we got lucky and someone's coming this way. I wonder if they're from around here. This should work out well. We can ask them everything we want to know. Hi there. What are you two doing in the rice fields? I can tell you're not from around here. Are you travelers? Where did you come from? That's right. I'm a traveling swordswoman. And the fact that we understand each other just goes to show that this really is Japan. Oh my god. I can't easily explain where I came from, but I was born in a town called Ohara in the Mimasaka province. Have you ever heard of it? It's home to Kenmitsu Temple. Never mind. I guess that doesn't matter. I'm Musashi, Miyamoto Musashi. My real name is a bit longer than that, but that'll do for now. What about you, miss? What's your name? It's so nice of you to help out by watching that baby. Is he your little brother? Are you his big sister? Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh! You're a woman samurai, and you're so pretty! Oh gosh, your costume is really pretty too. Are you from Edo? Huh? Me? Pretty? Did you hear that, Seki? She called me pretty. I knew it. It feels so strange, but a good kind of strange. Anyway, thank you for the compliment. My name's Onui, and this is my little brother, Tasuke. Goo goo ga. Wow, Seki, I didn't know you were so good with babies. I'm impressed. I like babies. Oh, and kids too. But I'm just no good at looking after them. Whenever they cry, I end up wanting to cry with them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Onui, you mentioned Edo, right? It sounds like it's a major city. That would put us in the same time period I was in before, during the Tokugawa shogunate's reign. Wait, the Tokugawa shogunate lasts for that long? Aw, man, now I really wish I'd enlisted. Are you going to Edo, Miss Samurai? Or to Toke Castle? Toke Castle? Uh-huh, if that's where you're headed, it's just a half-day's walk along the highway. That would mean this is Kazusa province, so we must be in the eastern part of the country. No, this is the Shimousa province. Is that so? There's a really big town all around the castle. It's much bigger than our village. Wait, hold on. I could have sworn that Toke Castle was in Kazusa, and it was abandoned during the Toyotomi reign. I don't remember it being big enough to have its own town, either. This is all very different than I remember. Say, Onui, Lord Tokugawa is the ruler of Edo, right? That's right. His name is Tokugawa Ie something. Oh, Iemitsu. His name is Tokugawa Iemitsu. Ga. So this is Iemitsu's reign. Even so, Toke Castle should still be in Kazusa and still be abandoned to boot. Maybe this is a part of that. Sometimes the history of worlds I wander into differs slightly from the history of my own world. That's probably what's going on here. How about in your time? Is Toke Castle part of Kazusa? Was it a proper castle even during the Tokugawa reign? Honestly, I should have known better than to ask that, but I'm impressed you answered it so quickly. You really know your history, don't you? At any rate, this is good. We now know that this is the Tokugawa reign under Tokugawa Iemitsu, and that we're somewhere in the Shimousa province. This girl was pretty quick and confident in her answers, so there's no reason to doubt her. I think we've made a lot of progress. Things are going so well, it almost seems wrong. Usually, I end up having to fend off burglars before I meet a single decent person. Hell, most of the time I have to cross mountains before I even learn the name of whatever place I happen to cross. I know, right? More often than not, the only people who will talk to me are bandits. Good thing for me that you're here this time, Seki. Oh, that was just my stomach growling. I guess that's what happens when you haven't eaten anything for 2 days straight. Say, Onui, is there a tea house anywhere around here? There's a tea house on the other side of the village. Oh, but my grandpa's hermitage is a lot closer. That's where T.H.E and I come from. Gu-ga-ga. Say, pretty samurai lady, weird kimono lady. Yeah, I guess that would look weird to you. Would you two like to come to my grandpa's hermitage? I could make you tea. You know how to make tea, Onui? So you know how to do housework as well as watch your brother, huh? What a responsible young girl you are. I'm proud of you. Anyway, please follow me and... Ooh, thunder? I know this feeling. Yeah. So I need art of the two of them together. There are monsters nearby. Onui, get away from the cute girl in the weird... get away from Seki. Oh gosh, the sky went all dark. Is this... Wah! There. It's okay, T.H.E. Nothing to be afraid of. Well, maybe a little, but it'll be okay. Oh, Jesus. That voice. That's not the kind of voice any child should have to hear. Onui, I want you to close your eyes and plug your ears. Children might see ghosts sometimes, but they should never have to see a real monster. Especially not during Iemitsu's reign. Widespread war should be gone by this period. Children shouldn't have to see people dying, to hear bodies being torn apart. For that matter, they shouldn't have to see me using my swords either. Looks like my luck is just as terrible... Looks like my luck is just as terrible as ever. Running into this in the mountains at night is one thing, but if they're showing up in broad daylight, things must be really bad during this time period. You there, evil spirit. I won't ask who or what you are, or why you lost your way in the first place. I'm no monk, and I have no desire to hear your grudge or chant a prayer for you. If you disappear here and now, I won't even raise my katana against you. But if you turn those rotting eyes of yours to the living, all bets are off. I especially won't have you looking at Onui or T.H.E. Of course, this evil spirit is made of pure bloodlust. If I don't take care of it, the children's lives could be endangered, or, for that matter, your life. Yeah, once you master the second sword, you just lose your sense of direction. That's great to hear. You haven't changed a bit, Seki. I knew I could trust you. No, more than that, you truly deserve respect. After all... I'm perfectly fine facing down evil spirits. Since the sun isn't keeping you at bay, I'll just have to do it myself. The path of the void demands the souls devoid of flesh be cut away from this world. With my 2 katanas, I shall do just that. Oh my god, so much reading. Ooh. Ugh. Okay. Buster up. Use Buster cards. Oh, I almost pressed skip. I want to press skip so bad. It looks like the spirits are all gone now. Whoa, I can't believe it. That was amazing. You're so strong, Miss Samurai. At first I thought those were ghosts, but since you were able to get rid of them and you're not a monk, I wonder if they were actually bandits or burglars or something. Oof. See ya, gens! Gah. Oh yeah, they did say that. I remember, back when Mom and Dad were still alive. They always said to be careful at night, because lots of bad things show up then. I don't remember if Mom and Dad said anything about shadowy things showing up when it gets really cloudy. But I know they told us that's what happens at night. Grandpa said so too. Although I still don't know why bandits showed up here and when it's not even night. They didn't look like bandits to me. What about you? Right. Either way, now we know they show up so often that they get mistaken for bandits. So there's a castle that's not supposed to be here and evil spirits stalking fields like wild animals. I've wandered into time periods like that before, but this one seems especially dangerous. It looks to be as bad as Onigashima, where we first met, or maybe even worse. Anyway, for now, let's go pay Onui's house a visit. I'm still hungry, and we have to get her and Tasuke back home safely. Gah. How much formation restriction am I going to have to deal with in this chapter? Those dark things don't show up in Grandpa's hermitage or the village, not even at night. I'd never even seen one before. You hadn't either, right, Tasuke? Goo. Gah. See? That may be what Onui told us. Oi. But things might be different from what she's used to now. First it got dark again, and there are definitely more monsters nearby too. Seriously, what's going on here anyway? The nerve of these things making me look bad by showing up right after I say they've all been taken care of. And if that wasn't bad enough... There's even more of them now. This is true, Dakota Doyle, but it's also a little annoying. Oh, I thought it was strange that no one else had showed up yet. Is that a technique of yours not working right now or something? Well, if it's not, that's fine. It keeps things nice and simple. I may be so hungry I'm about to collapse, but I still have an example to set. This time, I'll make sure to cut them down to such a small size that they'll never come back again. Seki, get down! Oh. Let's see. It looks as though I've materialized in this world for reasons unknown. Now I find myself in Shimousa. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw monsters just appearing and attacking people left and right wherever the sky grew dark. So whenever I found one, I would rip them to shreds with my spear. And now, after traveling the land and destroying numberless scores of them, I find myself in the presence of a beautiful swordswoman, accompanied by a child, a baby, and a young woman dressed in strange clothing. Pray tell, how did this come to be? Oh well, guess I'd better say something. I can tell you're a skilled fighter from the way you mowed down those spirits with a single spear strike. Are you the powerful warrior I've been hearing about? Well now. I wasn't expecting you to answer my question with a question of your own. A powerful warrior, It seems I'm one of the heroic spirits that have left their mark on humanity, but I still find that hard to believe. I find quite a bit of knowledge has been stuffed into this head of mine. But none of it answers any true important questions. For what purpose was I summoned here? Where is the one who summoned me? I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. For the moment, I shall tell you my name. I'm Hozuin Inshun. I have studied both Buddhism and the spear directly under Master Ine, the founder of the Hozuin style Sojutsu. Hey, person Seki doesn't know. We're gonna ignore him for the most part. Right you are. Thank you for saying so, young one. I am indeed Hozuin Inshun, and merely passing by. So you're a monk. Wow, you're even stronger than those dark bandits. Goo goo ga. Bandits? Were those bandits just now? As near as I could tell, they were nothing more than evil spirits. I think so, too. If those are bandits, then all of Japan would be overrun by... wait a second. Did I hear you right? Are you really Inshun, as in the Hozuin Inshun? The strongest Jumonji spear wielder who ever lived? The man who reinstated the Hozuin-style Sojutsu after Lord Ine passed on? The same Hozuin Inshun whose skill with a spear even allowed him to step into the realm of the gods and the Buddha himself? Ah, yes, I believe I'm that Inshun. I have certainly never gone by any other name. What about you? It is rare to see a woman carrying a katana, and they do not appear to be mere decoration. This feeling you impart, you do not possess the unique air of a heroic spirit, but I cannot help but sense something familiar about you. I see, you are a swordsman. Familiar, huh? I never managed to meet him before. In all my travels across different timelines of Japan, I never once came across Lord Inshun while he was still alive. He's an unparalleled genius with the spear, so much so that other warrior monks who ordinarily have no interest in who the strongest of them is talked about him in hushed, even reverent tones. I never imagined I would finally end up meeting him in a place like this. Still, I know that these are her inner thoughts, and I'm like torn between reading them out and just reading them to myself. Yeah, right now Seki and the other two come first. My own interests can wait until later. Let me thank you once again for your help earlier. I was incredibly impressed by your skill with the spear. There can be no doubt that you are the Hozuin Inshun, the star pupil of the Hozuin school of Sojutsu, a warrior monk said to be invincible once he takes up his Jumonji spear. Although I was under the impression that you would be quite a bit older in this time period. Is that why you weren't sure about me? I apologize for that. There's a very good reason why I'm younger than you expected. It's because I'm a servant. Servant? Oh, you mean the kind of servant Seki talks about sometimes. I believe she described them as the shadows of figures from fiction and history that materialize in this world to aid her in battle. I see. So you're one of those, then. Indeed. Thus, I can see why you may be on your guard, as we servants are not exactly everyday occurrences. But you are hardly without blame, either. I heard you rattling your sword, attempting to provoke my ire. I cannot commend your actions. Had those children not been present, I would already have answered such provocation. Sorry about that. It's a habit of mine. Whenever I meet an opponent who seems formidable, I end up goading them into a duel. But I guess I missed my chance thanks to you. Seems like now's not the best time to compare skills. I see. That is at once fortunate and very much the opposite. I, too, have no wish to kill a swordsman who can be reasoned with. All the more so if she is as beautiful as you are. I may be sworn to celibacy, but that would still be a terrible shame. I agree. After seeing that smile, I'd really like it if we could be friends. I'm sorry for not properly introducing myself earlier. I'm Miyamoto Musashi. As you can see, I am indeed a traveling swordsman. I'm sorry, did you say Musashi? That's right, Musashi. Musashi. Gu, ga. Ha. Miyamoto Musashi, eh? As in Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. Never mind, I am gonna remember that by the end of today. Yep, that's me. Now I see. I had no idea that the famed Musashi was a woman. Forgive me for laughing like that. It was very rude of me. I was just really surprised. What a strange twist of history. I have spent my life walking both the paths of the Buddha and the spear. But nothing prepared me for the surprises that this new hollow life would have in store. What a great pleasure this has been, to have my expectations upturned like... Wait, what? Wait, this is wrong. You're a far cry from the Musashi that I know. You there, young lady, you know who Musashi is supposed to be, right? This is just like what happened when I first met you, Seki. What's with the me from other worlds? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have any other way to explain it. I just happen to be a Musashi who's a little different from the one you're familiar with. I see. Indeed, I do have some familiarity with Shinmen Musashi. At the very least, I can say with confidence that he was not a woman. Could it be that you inherited his name? I doubt he had a daughter, but might you perhaps have been his disciple at one point? My father was Shinmen Munisai. Come to think of it, I guess he was technically my master too. I see. Yep. Then you say you truly are Shinmen Musashi. Though I'd already said so. I didn't want to explain because I thought it might be confusing. But I think I'm actually from a different history. Really, a different world than the one you all know. Do you get what I mean? A different history. If you had told me that while I was alive, I probably would have said you were speaking nonsense. But now? Very well then, Lady Musashi, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with one Takada Matabe? You mean Matabe the spearman? How do you know about... Oh, right. Come to think of it, he studied the Hozuin-style Sojutsu, didn't he? I think that when we fought, he had already opened his own school. Anyway, what about him? Takada Matabe and I studied under the same master, and Matabe claimed he had crossed swords with Shinmen Musashi. In which case, I got a bad feeling. Oh, boy. Looks like your instincts were right on the mark, Seki. Way to go. Whatever happened to the rule of law in this land? Nonetheless, this is a good opportunity. Musashi, we could merely talk about this all we want to no avail, but as warriors we have other far cleaner ways to communicate than words alone. Indeed, I'd hate to be taken lightly just because I've got thin arms. You're more hard-headed than you seem, aren't you, Lord Inshin? I suppose now's as good a time as any to prove who I am with my swords. We can only proceed so far with doubts fogging our minds. As such, there is only one path left to us. All right, Lord Inshin, why don't you take the right side? Shall we say whoever slaughters the most spirits is the winner? I heartily agree. That quick thinking is indeed the Shinmen Musashi I know. Huh? What's going on? Onui, I want you to stick close to Seki again. Make sure you don't move from her side. Okay. Goo goo ga. You're such a good little boy, Tasuke. Don't cry now. This will all be over soon. There you are, evil spirits. Just this once, I'm glad you don't know when to give up. Such ferocity. Most men would soil their pants at the sight of such creatures, yet you yearn to fight. At this point, I am already willing to believe you are who you say you are, but I'll be damned if I miss this chance to compare our skills firsthand. You there, young lady, make sure you keep careful track of which of us defeats more spirits. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. I see what you mean about the arts card charging really fast. Okay, so she's got maxed out at 200. Okay. Good to know. Oh boy. I got a feeling this chapter is going to be quite painful for me, isn't it? I could have done that as a one turn if I had another servant. But no, God forbid. Why? Why? Oh my god. This is it. Not yet, it isn't. Whew. I guess you really can't put any stock in rumors. Unparalleled with the spear doesn't come close to doing your skill justice. It would even be an insult to call you the greatest of all time. Every thrust of your spear, every sweep, every strike, every slash would be the ultimate finishing blows for any other fighter. To be honest, watching you fight up close gave me chills. It was so beautiful I could hardly believe it. No one at any point in Japan's history has ever wielded a spear with such absolute perfection. The depth of your mindfulness and technique, the way your spear cut through the air with only bare minimum distance required, the sheer mastery of your form with not a single movement wasted. I still have a long way to go in comparison. Incredible. You win, no doubt about it. It has been an honor to witness your skill up close, Lord Incheon. Seriously, that was awesome. The heir to the Hozuin school was even greater than I had imagined. I see. So that is how I seem to you, eh? In that case, I think I can finally accept this. Oh, I don't mean your identity. I mean myself as a so-called servant. To be honest, even after I learned about heroic spirits and servants, I was unsure whether I was fit to be one myself. But if a swordsman of your caliber has admitted defeat, I can accept that I am worthy to be a heroic spirit. I am the one who should be thanking you, Shinmen Musashi, no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. You have proven yourself beyond all doubt how capable women warriors can be. Oh, he called you Musashi. So he did. He even thanked me, even though I don't deserve it. Lord Incheon is truly as great as the spear he wields. I appreciate that, but can I set the record straight about one thing? Just because I've declared you the victor doesn't mean I lost. Isn't that right, Seki? I never said I had lost, did I? I see. Yes, now that you mention it, you're right. The Musashi I know would never readily admit to defeat. Indeed, you are without a doubt Shinmen Musashi. Both your skills and your speech prove it. And that's the second time. It seems our contest to see whether I truly am Musashi has been settled as well. Yup, that was twice. You said Shinmen Musashi twice. I see. So I've called you that twice, have I? Well done. I may have won our contest of skill, but it seems I've lost in what truly mattered. I don't recall ever refusing to acknowledge you for who you are, but let me make it official. Magnificently played, Lady Musashi. Now at last I know what kind of situation I found myself in. I am a servant who has been summoned to this place, and that young lady there is one of the few in this time who knows what servants are. If this is not fate, then nothing is. Please, will you tell me everything you can about yourselves? I may be Hozuin Incheon, but I have no idea as to who summoned me here. I see. Chaldea, is it? I'm afraid I understood perhaps half of what you told me at best, Lady Musashi, but I understand what Seki had to say well enough. I have no connection to this Chaldea place whatsoever. Therefore, I must be an inhuman being who has appeared here for some other reason. You're not human? Servants are people too. They are? Okay, I understand that you're the same kind of person as the people Seki summoned the last time we met. But is there someone controlling you, or did you just pop right out of the grave all on your own? I am not undead, although I suppose the art that summoned me is as black as those who create undead, so perhaps we are more similar than I would like. At any rate, As far as I can remember, I materialized here as a lancer about 2 days ago. I have no idea whether or not I have a master. All I know is that when I came to, I was standing alone at the edge of the Kotori Shrine grounds. I was given very little knowledge during my summoning. I know only that this is the 16th year of Kan-e, which was Tokugawa Iemitsu reigns, and that we are in the Shimousa province. That would be 1639 AD, right? What is it? Oh, I see. You're surprised I know about the Western calendar. It's just one of the many, many things I've picked up in my travels. Indeed, I know where we are and when we are, but nothing more. Again, I have no idea whatsoever as to why I was summoned to begin with. Nonetheless, when I came to, I had an ominous premonition. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, warning me not to remain a moment longer. So I left Kotori Shrine and wandered around, slaying the spirits that appeared at night, and when the sky grew dark... And that's when you met us, eh? Glad you made it here safe and sound, Lord Inchun. I mean, you've been walking around these mountains and fields for a whole 2 days without anything to eat or drink, right? I've done that myself at times, so I know how hard it is. Especially since that's the exact same situation I'm in right now. I really need to eat something before my stomach turns itself inside out. You do? All I have is some water in my bamboo flask. I'm sorry I don't have anything else, Mr. Monk. Goo, goo. But if you come to my grandpa's hermitage, we can treat you to rice balls. That is most kind of you, but worry not, this form of mine is fleeting, transient. I have no need of food or drink. Feel free to drink the water yourselves. Oh. Uh-oh, is she gonna cry? On second thought, it appears I spoke too soon. There is no creature on earth that does not get thirsty, after all. In fact, I just realized how thirsty I am. Very well, Onui, I gladly accept your kind offer. Okay. There we go. But man, that's unbelievable. I can't imagine being able to fight after going an entire day without a drop of water. That is merely what it means to be a heroic spirit, or a servant. For that matter, you seem fully capable of much the same feat yourself. Yeah, I guess so. I just think it's amazing how you never get hungry. As long as you don't haven't run out of magical energy. Holy Grail. It is a goblet associated with Western saints. It is spelled. Said to have been derived from the great cauldrons used by ancient foreign gods. They possess immense power and are capable of granting wishes and performing miraculous feats with ease. In essence, they are omnipotent wish granters. With all these wicked creatures running rampant, it is indeed possible that there is a holy grail here. Someone may have obtained it and may be using its power to bring those creatures into this world. You have to do something, huh? That would mean going home a lot later. Are you okay with that? So, the needs of the many and all that, huh? You're so young, yet you're already separating your own problems from the ones of those around you. I guess I've got no choice but to stick around and help you out then. I can't very well be the only one not bothering because it sounds like too much trouble after you've gone and said something like that, after all. As they say, we don't meet people by accident. They're meant to cross our path for a reason. Or maybe we've come too far to turn back now. Is better here? This thing, presumably causing trouble, is called a Holy Grail, right? So if there's someone here up to no good with it, you just need to teach them a lesson before heading back to Chaldea, right? Of course I will. Besides, I love helping out cuties like you. If anything, I've been waiting for you to ask. If you're okay with my help, I'll gladly stick with you to the end. You truly are different from the Musashi I know in many ways. He would never help anyone for free. Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to imply that you were either a man or an impostor. You are your own Miyamoto Musashi, with your own inimitable Niten Ichiryu swordsmanship. That aside, young Seki, your fortitude is most impressive, especially given your age. I see. You are a good person, and a hearty one at that. I can see why you and Lady Musashi get along so well. It is wonderful to see. Wonderful. Hey, what are you all talking about? Oh, just boring grown-up talk. No need to worry about it if you didn't understand. Oh, okay. At any rate, it's terrible that someone has seen fit to summon monsters here, especially after the Tokugawa reign only just brought Japan's period of war to an end. I don't know what it is they're after, but they must have a lot of time on their hands. It's still too soon to say anything for certain, but I wouldn't rule it out. Regardless, transient form or not, the fact remains that I have come back to life. As such, I must use my spirit to help those suffering from these circumstances beyond their control. I believe that to be nothing less than the reason why I was given new life. But, if I am being fully truthful, there is another more selfish reason. I now have another chance to wield my spear, and there is no better target to use it on than these creatures plaguing innocent people. Is that so? I get that a lot. At any rate, there are matters we must discuss, Musashi, Seki. We do not know if you two have some connection to these creatures plaguing Shimousa, or if your presence here is mere coincidence. However, after speaking with you and fighting by your side, I have made up my mind. I see that you are worthy of my trust. As such, I won't insist that you accompany me, but I would suggest that we begin by getting Onui and T.H.E back to this hermitage place safely. We can plan our next move after that. Is that acceptable? I was already planning to continue walking with Seki and to take Onui and T.H.E home. Okay, Lord Inshin, it may only be for a short while, but I'm glad to have you accompanying us all the same. Likewise. Oh my god! Jesus fucking Lord. Oh. I don't know if I can do this. This is insane. Oh my god. This is actually painful. And so much of it is just retreading the same things. Oh. My god. Inshin seems cool. It'll be fun to do him when we eventually have him as a servant. Well, when I eventually get to see him as a servant. Is that... I'm gonna make it real quick. Okay. That's unfortunate. I can't do it. I am weak. First canto, Purgatorio middle. I might have Inshun, but we haven't covered Inshun. And Inshun isn't even on next year's schedule. I just checked. Okay. Oh, look, I finally get to pick a servant. Oh, my God. Jesus. Fucking Christ. I will say, though, his face doesn't seem familiar, so... I don't know if I have him in the game. The time has come. The dark Jesuit sorcery I have performed here in the Katori Shrine has borne luscious fruit indeed. I now control 7 knights from across time and space. They are the shadows of figures who have made their mark in humanity. They are neither ghosts, nor evil spirits, nor vengeful specters. Nor, of course, are they heroic spirits. They are 7 heroic spirit swordsmasters, each of whom carried a blade made to cut this world to pieces. Indeed, indeed, now that we heroic spirits summoned by the Holy Grail have been paired with your sorcery... Hey! It's my boy! Hold on. We must. It's my boy! I recognize that figure anywhere. You get to live on my desk this month. I'm just gonna find a place for you real quick. You get to live right there for this month. Jars in the kitchen. These 7 knights, infused with my curse of annihilation, have become rare and exceptional beings. They shall become your hands, they shall obey your every command, and cut down everything in their path. They cannot be hurt, killed, or defeated by any manner of blade. They will merely rage on, killing every living thing they can find. There are none in this entire plane of existence who can stop these tempests in human form. The world of humans will end. There will be no salvation. Indeed. However, we are missing one knight. I am aware the heroic spirit sword masters must number 7, including you. Caster of Limbo, lower the veil of night. Let the reaping begin. As you wish. Sun, sun, hear me, sun. I command you to set and hide your warming light. Set, set, I command you to set. Close your eyes and sleep. Slumber while night falls not. Away with you, sun. Now is the time for we demons to run free. Come, darkness, and scourge all living things. It's my boy! Huh? What happened to the sky? Why did it go dark again? It might be storm clouds or rain. No, this isn't like what happened last time. It's true. It really is night. I've never seen anything like this. It's far too early for sunset. For that matter, what are we to make of that? The moon is shining an ominous red. This can't possibly be good. If the sky simply going dark is a sign the evil spirits are about to show up, then a blood-red moon can only portend something really evil. What was it? Bandits and burglars come out at night and... Oh, I remember. Grandpa said that when the moon's a different color than usual, that means there's going to be a lot of bandits. Unfortunately, we can't face them head-on with Onui and T.H.E here. Then we must hurry. I shall carry them myself. Now, where to go from here? That way. Goo, ga, ga. That's eastward. Then let us run. Jesus. I had hoped we could avoid a trouble if we ran away as fast as we could, but it seems I was wrong. No use grumbling now, Lord Inchun. The creepy sky stopped us in our tracks, but we need to keep going. And after we do something about these guys in our way, of course. Absolutely. I'm not usually a fan of fighting for my life so many times in one day like this. But I guess when you're up against ghosts, phantoms, and evil spirits who have no problem going after children, there isn't much choice. There's no telling if these things can be reasoned with, so I guess they're just a roadblock for now. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I healed. Kimaru. Oh, so close. Okay. Alright. And then... Okay. I was like, don't leave me with like 500 HP left on that thing. That would be ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna... Pull driver. Ah, fuck you, power of life and death. Emotional damage. Oh, is Sei especially good against Domon? Oh. Interesting. I was unaware of that. Nice. Or at least I didn't really remember that. It sounds like something I've probably been told before. Yeah. Sounds like the sort of thing I was told and then forgot. Oh. There we go. Seki, can I ask you something? The reason we were able to beat those spirits so much more easily than others isn't because they were going easy on us. It's because we had help this time, right? What I mean is, unless I'm wrong, your allies did most of the work this time, right? I cannot speak to the specifics, but perhaps that is because of me. This is merely speculation, but since I am a servant, perhaps I somehow helped to energize your connection or caused something to happen when Lady Musashi and I crossed swords. At any rate, Seki, I sense that your spells are back in working order. Awesome, that's really great to hear. Combine that with having Lord Inshun on our side, and evil spirits like these should be no big deal. That said, we can't get careless. We need to keep our guard up until we know for sure that we're safe. Speak of the devil, I'm sensing an evil aura. Indeed, how right you are. A good swordsman never lets down their guard, no matter how skilled they may be. We are the heroic spirit swordmasters. You will not find us so easily defeated as ordinary evil spirits. Who are you? I'm scared. Really scared. Oh god. Wah! 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 Oh no, get behind Seki. These demons are nothing like the ones we just faced. For one thing, they have flesh and scent that speak volumes about what they are. This is the 16th year of Kane. That scent shouldn't exist in a peaceful world where the Shimabara rebellion is over. It smells as though they just killed mere moments ago. They must be covered in blood from head to toe. Huh. Oi. What a fearsome man. He is like an Oni when he wields his spear. Any ordinary heroic spirit core would have been run through. It's Demon Nobu! Right? Be careful, everyone. This man means to kill us. Haha, so you managed to deflect my spear with a single arrow. It seems Shimousa is home to many incredibly strong women. Or perhaps it is simply where all manner of monsters assemble. Oh, it's the other one! Is it, Cha-Cha? Cha-Cha? It's Cha-Cha? I could be wrong. Oh. Do I even know this servant? Okay. Or perhaps it is simply where all manner of monsters assemble. 1, 2, 3. Aha, so this is the aura imparted by other servants. Now that I have sensed their inhuman presence for myself, I see that it is a rather disturbing feeling. Oh, yeah, I don't know Inferno of Paradisio, I don't think. So there were more summoned here besides Inshun. Indeed, indeed. Okay. We are the 6 heroic spirit swordmasters. Well, there's my boy! Lady Shinmen Musashi of the famed Niten Ichiryu, Lord Hozuin Inshun, a spearman whose skill elevated him to the realm of the gods and the Buddha himself, and the master of Chaldea. Pleased to make your acquaintance. We 6 knights have materialized in this world to transform it into hell. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the caster of Limbo. What the... Man, the Dante here is strong. Don't worry, I've got this. She did it. No, that was just a shadow. Her opponent remains unscathed. I am the assassin of Paraiso. Those brilliant flashes I heard tearing through the darkness must have been the sounds of your Niten Ichiryu techniques. I must say I'm a bit disappointed. They cannot compare to those of us who know the blood and chaos of a turbulent world. Oh, my apologies. Come to think of it, you hail from such a world as well, don't you, Shinmen Musashi? Not really. I don't know about the Musashi from this world, but I never fought on any turbulent battlefield like that. You're a shinobi who excels at stealth, right? How nice of you to show yourself in the middle of a battle like... This must be the Heavenly Eye. Once she lays eyes on her target, her next strike lands like fate crashing down. It is a blow all but assured to end her opponent's life, one of Shinmen Musashi's greatest, most formidable gifts. Yet even that strike was blocked. How did you stop it? Hey! I know this one! I am the writer of Kala Sutra Hell. I assure you I did nothing special. I simply swung this sword as I saw fit. If I place my sword here, the enemy's blade will halt. If I swing it here, the enemy's head will fly. It is only natural I would understand that. How could I hunt down Oni if I didn't? What a strange monk you are. What a terrifying woman. That was the best I had, and she parried it like it was nothing. I needed to take out at least one of them with that technique if we were going to stand a chance. I hate to admit it, but they're all stronger than me. Well, this is just great. Oh, but don't take that as an admission of defeat. I'm just surprised how you're all a little tougher than you look. Defeating all of you now would be a real pain, all the more so if I don't kill you. You all seem to know a lot about us, but unfortunately we're still in the middle of our journey. So, you know, you could always let us go and we can pick this up again another time, right? My, oh my. That's so sweet of you. Here we are trying to kill you. But you have no intention of killing us. You don't even intend to protect yourself. You know that you cannot beat us, so instead you're summoning up every ounce of courage you have to let the children behind you escape with their lives. What a kind person you are. It's wonderful to see. But unfortunately for you, we are not human and cannot be moved by human emotions. We are heroic spirit swordmasters, and thus we have no compunctions whatsoever about killing you. In fact, we'll begin by killing the 3 humans cowering behind you. She does look oddly familiar, doesn't she? Well done, well done. Even fairy tale heroes would stand in line to watch you fight. I can't believe you're still alive and talking after crossing swords with Kala Sutra. I guess people from the Tokugawa era aren't totally worthless after all. Surely you cannot be serious. The only sort of people who live decent lives in the Tokugawa era are the ones like those children over there. Atone for your shameful lapse in judgment by killing yourself, insect. Sorry, but no, Kala Sutra. That voice is coming from up in the trees. I can't see her, but I can tell she's formidable too. In fact, her aura is somehow even more evil than this other woman's. Oh man, it's enough to make me want to cry. Hell, if Lord Inshun weren't here, I'd have already burst into tears. Well, don't sweat the small stuff. I think it's great that we have heroic spirits with hands as dirty as ours. I don't mind people like that at all. In fact, I rather enjoy them. But none of that matters. We're all way too far gone. We don't need anything anymore. Not money or fame or the moon or grace. It can all just melt away for all we care. Get back, Musashi. Oi. Oi. A flash flood? No, wait. Have a little taste of my special brew. Touch it and it'll melt your mouth, your hand, and everything else. This must be dark sorcery. Is this shootin' Doji? Lady Musashi, make sure that Seki and the children stay safe. This is a matter best settled between servants. Let me handle this. Behold what the Hozuin style is truly capable of. This is the pinnacle of the spear, the 11 forms that were never once defeated in all my life, the Oboro Urazaki. That's what I did. Indeed, there is nothing my cross-shaped spear cannot pierce. The 6 heroic spirit swordmasters, was it? Step forward if any of you dare. From here on I shall be fighting to kill. Whether you be Oni or God or the Buddha himself, my spear will not hesitate to pierce you. It is shootin'! I am the berserker of Samgata Hell. I am impressed, Hozuin. Oh, and you're handsome, too. Even if I didn't reveal its true name, I never thought you'd be able to stop a droplet from my noble phantasm. Especially since you don't even have a curse of annihilation yourself. My, did you hear that, berserker of Samgata Hell? The child there seems to recognize you. It seems there is more to her than meets the eye, like an insect you can't quite smash. Oh, so this is Minamoto no Raiko. Kala Sutra, Samgata. Enough playing around. Are the great heroic spirit swordmasters incapable of remembering their lord's orders? Limbo, you were supposed to ensure everything went smoothly. Why do any of them still live? Paraiso, Inferno, that goes for you too. You should know better than to toy with your prey. Yes, sir. So I don't think I know Archer of Inferno or Assassin of Paraiso? I'm terribly sorry. My apologies. You are right, of course. I don't remember signing up to be anyone's lapdog. I thought the agreement was that we could handle things however we wanted. You little... Hey, sorry to interrupt your infighting, but if you're all having a bit of a falling out, would you mind if we went on our way? Eesh, I didn't think so. Don't bother. I know what you're gonna say. You there, the guy in the cloak. You must be the leader. I can already tell you're not the type to tell us your objective and look for a point of compromise. Our objective, that should be quite obvious. First of all, you will hand that spearman over to us. Me? Correct. After that, we will massacre every living person here. All who encounter the heroic spirit swordmasters must die. There will be no exceptions. If you think you can pull that off, go ahead and... Of course, we can pull that off. Did you truly think the 6 of us incapable of doing so, woman? That sly fox. Never mind all 6, any one of these people could pull that off, but if we just surrender, they'd end up killing us all the same. Seki. Words alone will not be enough to get us out of this. Should I fight all 6 of them, I will not be able to guarantee Onui and Tasuke's safety. These are not ordinary servants. I cannot put my finger on it, but there is something highly unusual about their nature. But that makes me a good match for them. In part because they evidently came here seeking me. Of course, that isn't the only reason. It's my first time fighting them, but my noble phantasm should be able to handle them, so I ought at least be able to buy them some time. Listen closely. I want you to let me handle this on my own. Exactly. If you make a run for it, Musashi is sure to follow. That is as it should be. You must carry Onui and Tasuke on your back. Are we clear? Good. I'm counting on you. Haha, listen up, you villainous Oni calling yourself heroic spirit swordmasters. You certainly do reek of blood. It is as Lady Musashi said, none of you are fit to live in a peaceful world. How fortunate that you evidently have business with me. As one who practices the teachings of the Buddha, it is abundantly clear that you could all use a good lesson. There you have it, Lady Musashi. The rest is up to you now. Lord Inshun? Seki, run! Hold on tight, Onui. Oh god, don't let them get us. Huh? Go, Musashi, you must protect Seki and the children. Thank you, Lord Inshun. I'll be sure to pay you back for this with interest. Oh, it's still going! Good, now we can fight without restraint. So, you've chosen to let yourself be used as bait, Hozuin Inshun. Give it up. Your plan has no hope of success. Well, I don't know about that. It is true that your swordsman aura is immense. I believe it's on par with my own magical energy. I can also tell that you are a true master of your art, a person with monstrous abilities, much like Musashi. Be that as it may, it matters not for my purpose here. Even as we speak, there is a young woman carrying young children while making her escape, and they are accompanied by a swordsman of incredible skill. It falls upon me to ensure their safe passage, and that is exactly what I shall do. I see. Then you shall soon be dead. I'd like to go back to Seraph. I would very much like to go, oh, it's a no battle node. Guys, this might be it. We might never stream FGO again. Oh my god. I have done. I have done. I have done a grand total of, I think, 2 battles. 3 at the most. It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Oh my god. Alright, we're starting this at 3:08 p.m. This was certainly reckless, but In-shun had no intention of fighting a losing battle. He had every confidence in his noble phantasm. The Oboro Urazuki 11 forms, the ultimate cross-shaped spear technique, a form that In-shun had devised himself in response to his master Ine's 15 forms. An invincible spear technique capable of adapting to any opponent or technique, the accumulation of all of his training said to be on par with the Buddha himself. Whether using it against an opponent he had never fought before or against any sort of weapon, armament, or technique, In-shun would never lack the advantage. He would parry, counter, or evade anything his opponent threw at him and follow it up with a fatal strike, a great feat eminently worthy of leaving its mark on humanity and enshrining him as a heroic spirit. Ordinarily, no mere human could hope to achieve it, and yet Hozuin In-shun had done so. Thus, as a lancer, Hozuin In-shun was certain that he could fight calmly and with precision for as long as needed, no matter what sort of impossible offensive the mysterious heroic spirit he faced might use. Luck was even on his side in a number of ways. His only opponent was the swordsman in the cloak. The other 5 heroic spirits did nothing but observe the battle from afar. They did not do this in order to go easy on him. In all likelihood, they were simply ill at ease about working with each other. Whatever their reasons for doing so, the other heroic spirits staying out of the battle got In-shun thinking. Their bloodlust was tremendous, and they had positioned themselves in such a way as to make escape impossible. First, he shall dispose of this one enemy. That done, it would be possible to find a way out of his predicament, make his escape, and reunite with Musashi and the others. What say we finish this, Hozuin? Fine with me. Very well, then. Hurrah! Oh. The cloaked man no doubt believed he had defended against the attack. There was no mistaking that his katana had blocked the tip of In-shun's spear several times. But he was wrong. In fact, In-shun was matching his own strikes to the man's movements. It was impossible for any to defend against this blow. I see. I should have dodged instead of parrying, huh? I can't believe you fell for such a simple trick. It seems I've misread you, Hozuin In-shun, if only slightly. I have pierced your heart. Farewell, anonymous swordsman. Anonymous, Ridiculous. Your every action is ridiculous, In-shun. None of it more so than your mindless impudence. Did you truly think your admittedly incredible but woefully human technique would ever work against us? What? I can't move my spear. I admit that attack would have killed a human, or any other heroic spirit for that matter. No human can survive having their heart crushed. Few heroic spirits could withstand their spirit core being shattered. Indeed, your spear was sharp enough to fell even a god or the Buddha himself. Unfortunately for you, my sword has surpassed even the gods and the Buddha and ascended to true supremacy, to the realm of Empireo. Resign yourself, Hozuin. My cursed name is Saber of Empireo. Limbo, finish him off. You got it. Go on, my little pentagram, devour his light. What is this? It can be such a pain to capture people with good instincts. You shouldn't be wandering around as a mere heroic spirit, Lord In-shun. You were summoned to Kotori's shrine as nothing less than the 7th servant. Really, it's very simple. We need you to be reborn and join us as a heroic spirit swordmaster, whether you want to or not. It is unfortunate that you developed a sense of freedom when you were summoned, unlike the rest of us. I cannot move my limbs. Is this some sort of curse? Now let's see. Which curse of annihilation should I infuse you with? Let's try this one. What the? Stop it. What are you doing to my spirit core? I shall remake your spirit origin, your will, and everything about you. Soon you too shall serve our Lord Sorcerer and our King in Hell. In the name of Lucifer, the great Satan himself. Ah! Now fall into the abyss and become one of us. O Satan, our great devil king and rightful ruler, now please accept our seventh and final offering. Soon we shall bring the world of humans to an end. There shall be no salvation for anyone, anywhere. The heroic spirit swordmasters, endowed with the curse of annihilation, shall lay waste to everything in sight. They shall be invincible blades of destruction. In-Shun's spear had found its mark. It truly had destroyed the swordsman's heart. That much was neither illusion nor trickery. He had indeed succeeded in killing his foe. Had the swordsman possessed the flesh and blood body of a living being, or the etheric body of a heroic spirit, he would have died instantly. He would have, had he only been an ordinary living being or a heroic spirit. Now I see. So this is the power of their karma. Indeed, I had never thought to cut what cannot be seen. This is the realm that my spear has not reached. This is bad. This is very, very bad. There is no way to fight creatures like these. Run away, Musashi, Onui, T.H.E. Run away and do not stop, Seki. Whatever you do, do not let yourselves be caught. That was his final thought, as Hozuin In-Shun plunged into darkness. Oh my god, I think that was the shortest reading part yet. Jesus. Oh, Prima Cantica Purgatorio ending. Jesus, I could just read Dante's Inferno on the channel. That would be easier. Oh my god. I can't imagine how much reading is in those. Okay. I have to go. Alright. Saber up. Oh. I am in hell. I mean, this is hell, the chapter, but I am also in hell. Okay, we should have put a good amount of distance between us and them now. But we definitely can't let our guard down yet. Won't exactly be shocking if they can just blow right through bamboo forest like some kind of freaky wind. Still, I think we can take a quick break, enough for Seki to catch her breath. That was so scary. I've never seen anything as scary as those shadow people before. You were scared too, weren't you, T.H.E? I hope In-Shun is okay. I do too, but we shouldn't get our hopes up. He was up against 6 highly skilled opponents, each of them exuding a demonic aura beyond anything any normal person should ever possess. Jesus. Ugh. It all depends on how far his noble phantasm, was it? How far he can get with that. Lord In-Shun's skill with the spear far exceeds that of any normal beast, oni, or person. If he were only up against ordinary swordsmen, he could easily defeat 100 or even 1,000 of them. But those people were anything but ordinary. They were like demons. They didn't leave a single opening. Just thinking about them gives me the creeps. Even Lord In-Shun would have a hard time defeating them all. Yeah, you're right. For now, we should keep running. I don't know if whatever keeps evil spirits out of villages will work on those guys. But right now, I don't see any other option. So, if they won't run away from us, we'll just have to run away from them. Like they say, she who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. So running away can be a good thing? That's right. Remember that. It might come in handy one day. Okay. What a good girl you are, Onui. You must have been so scared, but you've already stopped crying. I'm still scared, but I have to be strong for T.H.E. I'm his big sister, and he's still just a baby. Goo goo ga. That's the spirit. Here, why don't I carry you two from here on? Alright, let's get going then. Wait, okay, looks like I spoke too soon. Didn't figure we'd bump into someone else here. But we did, and they're right over there. Seki, take care of Onui and Tasuke. Whoever's hiding over there, show yourself. Oi. Mr. Monk! Inshun. Now I see. This is bad. This is very, very bad. There's no way to fight creatures like these. Lord Inshun? Run away. Run away, Musashi, Onui, Tasuke. Run away and do not stop, Seki. Whatever you do, do not let yourselves be caught. Do not let me catch you after I've been transformed. I have become one of the blades of the curse of annihilation. Lord Inshun. No, you are wrong. That is no longer my name. I do not belong to Hozui, nor do I walk the path of the Buddha. I am Lancer of Purgatorio. My merciless Jumonji spear shall tear you all to pieces. Huh, Mr. Monk? Children, babies, both are precious treasures, the purest sorts of innocent life. Why are you staring at them? You know why. Both children and babies are wonderful things. They must not be mistreated nor taken for granted. They are the treasures of all mankind. That is why I must kill them. Inshun. Your defense is impenetrable, and your movements quick as lightning. You've gotten a lot stronger in the short time since I last saw you, though I'm afraid you're not nearly as good-looking now. Not at all. It is I who am impressed by your skill. The keen flashing of your blades is truly worthy of admiration. But it is futile, all for nothing. I have been chosen to serve under the curse of annihilation. Not even Shinmen Musashi's dual blades shall stand in my way. Now move aside. I must kill every human that still draws breath. I will not suffer babies to live. I will not suffer children to live. Die, 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 die. That definitely wasn't enough. Seki, that's not Inshun anymore. Indeed, 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 indeed. All that remains of Hozuin Inshun is his body. Now enough, the time for talk is over. Musashi, Seki! Oh no. I'm being attacked. I don't know, Zara Herrera, did ya? Oh. I counted wrong. Oh, get fucked, my dude. Yeah. It's okay. Bye. Goodbye, my darling. Oh, he's gonna drop an NP. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. All right. This is nothing. Grr. Ha. Ew. Huh? Miss, I can't see anything. Why are you covering my eyes? That was a clean cut. It's over. Your body must have been slow to react. I guess it couldn't keep up with your mind. It's so sad we ended up facing off like this. I don't know why you ended up this way. Well, not exactly. At least I know it happened because you helped us escape. One of us had to stay behind after all. Farewell, Lord Inchun. I'm sorry it came to this. I only wish I could have laid you to rest with techniques surpassing your own. Ugh. Jesus. Why do you look so sad, Musashi? Do you think you've won just because you've cut off my head? Oh no. No, 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 no. We heroic spirit swordmasters are invincible. There, good as new. You can cut off our heads all you like with those pathetic little knives of yours. It affects us not the least bit. Pathetic little knives, you said. I put everything I had into that swing, you know? So you were testing your newfound immortality, huh? In other words, you could have avoided it if you wanted, but you chose to let me cut off your head. I see. I see. So you think my swordsmanship is no threat to you, huh? Is that what you think, you pissant stick-wielder? That's it, Musashi. That's the kind of humiliation I want to see. Very well. Now that I know the wonders of this body, I shall see how sharp this Jumonji spear is by shoving it through your heart. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm gonna have to turn you down there. Don't bother. You have no choice in the matter. Seki, we're making a break for it. Run away. Live to fight another day. Wah! What is it now, miss? Oh, you're gonna carry us again? Gah! Gah! How unfair can you get staying alive even after your head goes flying? There's no way I'm fighting an opponent who won't die even if you kill him. Well, here's stratagem number 36. She who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Jesus. You have made a wise decision by running away, Musashi. Good, good. Keep running as far as you can go. Unfortunately for you, I have your scent now. Try as you might, you'll never get away from me, little girl. Creepy. For the moment, let's try making a break for the village. We don't know what that thing that looks like Lord Inshen is made of, so we can't be sure it won't be able to follow us in there. Still, it's the only option we have right now. At least it's the only one I can think of. I'm so tired of those things getting in our way. Seriously, can't we catch a single break? Jesus. Yeah, here we go again. Onui, hang on tight to T.H.E. Okay. We're kinda in a hurry here, and on top of that, I'm still kinda pissed. You might be too if you just had one of your strongest blows laughed off as a practice swing. I'm not ashamed to run away, but I've got my pride as a swordsman, and that really sucked. I'm not going to try to contain my anger or listen to anything you might have to say. Right now, I'm as angry and annoyed as you are, so don't expect me to hold back while I cut my way through. Oh my god. Should have done that last time. Rude. Okay. Okay. Oh, get fucked. Okay, we're almost at Grandpa's hermitage. Just turn right ahead, then go straight. We have to get there before he catches up to us. I agree. Okay then, let's run for it. Here, I'll carry Onui and T.H.E. No worries. You've been a huge help. If you hadn't been here, I'd have lost it and paid dearly. Okay, let's get a move on. Surprised I haven't gotten that second call yet. I am Zen. The village is right over there. You should see it after we cross that slope. We made it. I wonder if everyone's sleeping since it's already nighttime. Oh, but should we tell them scary things have showed up, or maybe we shouldn't wake them up right now? Hopefully, whatever it is that keeps the evil spirits away from villages will work on Lord Inchan too. But it might not, in which case we should probably have everyone evacuate in a hurry. The way Lord Inchan is now, I'm sure he won't hesitate to... Yeah, you're right. No, wait, we're too late. I should have known that a servant could outpace a normal human. Damn it all. Quick, get in that haystack. We have to hide. Well, I'm so sorry, but please stay quiet. I don't know if we'll be able to hide from him, but we have to try. I know I saw someone here just a moment ago. They must have hidden themselves in that hay, where they tremble with fright even now. So you've turned coward, have you, Shinmen Musashi? No matter. Even though I have only just been reborn as a swordsman, I cannot abide the stench of life. This place positively reeks of it. A village, huh? I see it would be a trifle difficult to pass through the entrance, but that's hardly cause for concern. It may stop the dark weaklings, but for us heroic spirit swordmasters, it may as well not exist at all. Now then, Musashi, are you listening? If you won't come out, then I'm afraid I have no choice. No choice to what? Oh. It was then that the sounds began. At first, there was only Inchan's howls of rage, as though he were cursing life itself. Soon after came the sounds of something being demolished. Then the sounds of tearing, piercing, and slicing rang out. Musashi covered Onui's ears, unsure whether she would understand what was happening. Oh, what's going on? Who are you? Oh, why would a monk attack us? My arm! Honey, honey! Ah, no, please, please, his head! Oh God, what happened to his head? There were no survivors. The voices of men, women, all sorts and all kinds, every one of them, screaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knew I would never forget the number of people I heard screaming. After the 54th scream. Oh well, nothing to be done now. If Musashi and the other humans refuse to serve as my quarry, these villagers will just have to serve in their place. What a grand, lovely feeling. If you and Seki are hearing this, Musashi, then remember it well. Thanks to your decision to hide, my spear has grown so delightfully drenched. I never knew that blood was such an effective lubricant. Now my spear has become sharper than ever. You have my thanks. Not only do I already possess an invincible body, but now an invincible spear as well. The woman held back her urge to scream with all her might. Instead, she grounded her teeth until her gums started to bleed. Finally. I'm so sorry. That must have been so hard for you. I know you wish you could have gone out there and helped. It must have been excruciating not being able to do anything for them. But there really was nothing we could do. Please understand. I can't stop Lord Inchan. There's no way to defeat a demon who doesn't blink at getting his head cut off. Even if we were to try and fight him, I have no weapons, no blade capable of killing him. So once he caught up, this was inevitable. Not that that makes any of this easier to swallow. I'm with you there, so we'll just have to do whatever we can. Are you done plugging my ears now? Hey, what sort of game is this? I guess we shouldn't wake everyone up after all, should we? Are you sure? Yes, come on, let's hurry over there, even if I have to carry you all myself. I'll make sure you, Tasuke, and your grandfather stay safe. Now let's go. There. That must be it. We're here. Wow, that was so fast. It's okay. You don't have to carry us anymore. T.H.E and me must be really heavy, right? Nah, you're both still featherlight. I could carry you all the time without breaking a sweat. There we go. Thank you again for carrying us, Miss Samurai. Would you carry me again sometime? Sure, I'd be glad to carry you again if I have to, or even if you'd just like me to. Wow, Miss Samurai, you're so strong. Much stronger than any man I've ever met. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm actually just an ordinary girl like you. That's why both Seki and I are at our limits, Onui. Think you could ask your grandfather for some water? Sure. Oh, and I still have some water in my bamboo flask, too. I guess Mr. Monk didn't drink it all. Right. Of course Lord Inchen would do that. We may not have known each other long, but I could tell that's the sort of person that he was. Here's some water, miss. Hey, you look a lot better now. Before you were really pale, but now you look normal. Gagagoo. She's right, Seki. You do look a lot better. I wonder if this hermitage has anything to do with that. It's hard to explain, but I feel a strange power here. One that's nothing like that evil aura. It could also be a powerful barrier at work. I bet it could have been this hermitage that was keeping monsters away from the village all along. Not that I have any evidence. Still, this one might just be strong enough to even keep Lord Inchen out. Absurd. The only thing here is my smithy. None of the village folk come by either. Out of all the things making a racket outside my window, never in my years would have thought they'd be a lady samurai and a girl in a strange garb. You travelers, I take it, the hell brings you two here. Hi, Grandpa, we're back. Gaga. So you're Onui's guests. Shoulda just said so. Coulda saved me a lot of trouble. Huh? Wait, aren't you awfully young to be anyone's grandfather? You barely look older than me. And then there's that bare katana in your hand. I don't have an eye for judging the craftsmanship of swords, but even I can tell that's something special. Don't give me your lip. Think I don't know I look young. I was born with this face, you know, and of course I have a katana. I'm a swordsmith. Take a look around. There's a bunch of them lying all over the place. Now that you mention it, wait, you're just leaving them out like this? They're failures, but never you mind that. Onui, you and T.H.E head inside. What about Miss Samurai and the nice lady? I need to talk to them first. Now get. Okay. Come in soon, Miss Samurai. You too, miss. Gagagoo. Nothing ever gets them down. Thanks for saving them. When I saw the sky turn dark in the middle of the day and the moon shining blood red, I was afraid for their safety. Thanks for saving them and bringing them back to me. I'd like to invite you in right now. But first, you need to tell me about yourself and your clan. That's the condition for letting you inside. I wish I could. I'm so sorry. It looks like I made a bad call. I mean, not that. I was just hoping against hope that he wouldn't follow us to the village. But he did, and now he's caught up to us again. That's a lot of laughter. I can't do that. Here you are. I knew I smelled your stench. Living creatures positively reek, but at last I can now distinguish your stench from all others, Musashi. I know, I was trying to channel old man energy, and then it just slowly became more and more Texas. I tried. I don't have good old man energy. So, you decided to run here? So there was another besides us. But no matter. My Jumonji spear is more than capable of felling any bearing that is not a heroic spirit swordmaster. Oh no. Grandpa, get out of here. One strike is all it will take. Who are you calling Grandpa? Die! Shut up! At a glance, it looked like he swung his sword the way an old man would wave a cane around, and yet his speed and power were incredible. Just dodging Lord Inchen's thrust was an amazing feat in itself, but then the blow he struck afterwards destroyed his entire upper body. He doesn't seem like a swordsman. In fact, I'm certain he's a smith. So then how did he pull that off like it was nothing? Seki, am I seeing things, or did that actually just happen? Yeah, apparently! Didn't expect much anyway. It was just another experimental blade. Damn it, another failure. I've gone and wasted another sword. So you were just testing it? But a sword that breaks after just one blow is... Shut up! They're not defective. That's just how I made them. Forget it. Look, that fellow's still no worse for wear. It is no use. Our body is not flesh and blood, but merely a means to an end. There's no gruesome technique, no mystic blade that can hope to reach our spirit core. Is that so? It is no use. None whatsoever. This fellow's like something out of a bad dream. Would be my luck the kids had to bring an immortal monster back with them. Maybe I should have just stayed inside. This fellow's even worse than he looks. You have nothing to be sorry for, Smith. Your blades were useless to begin with. Human blades could never hope to stop us. Human power cannot hope to contain us. For example, I killed everyone in the 2 villages lying west and north of here before I came to this hermitage. It was all too easy. 2 villages? Damn. I killed men, women, every person that breathed. Old, young, male, female. It made no difference. I did spare the dogs and livestock, though. Who knows? Perhaps they'll enjoy feasting on their former owner's remains. You know, right? Never mind whether that's true or not. You ain't right in the head, especially for a monk. Not even the monks who took part in the wars would lay their hands on common folk. Or is that get-up just some sort of bad joke? So much laughing. I am now nothing less than Purgatorio itself. I have no mercy for the living and have lost any interest in pursuing ascetic practices in order to improve my sojutsu. Every fiber of this body, every drop of its blood has become one with the curse of annihilation. That's enough. Just shut up, Purgatorio. Hozuin Inshun is already gone. You don't get to use his body anymore. You don't get to spew those vile words in his voice anymore. Oh-ho, at last, you're using my cursed name. But what you say rings true, for I am no longer human nor monk. Now that I am a heroic spirit swordmaster, I have no need for this body's former name. All I want is your lives, nothing more. Yeah. It's called the transatlantic English. Yeah. It was meant to be more marketable in like TV and movies, sound like better on screen. Because you, and forgive like awful accents, right? But you have everything from like California backtrapping, where you drop stuff really far to the back of your mouth, and then you have a tendency to like overextend certain vowels, and it's a little bit higher than what I would normally speak in, but California backtrapping is its own separate accent that's actually really popular in Southern California. And then you have like other accents like Texas and stuff. Texas has more of a drawl, a little bit more of like a, you kind of drag between your different words. And then you move over to like New York, and of course the famous New Jersey accent is kind of, you know, New Jersey, where you're pronouncing your vowels differently, and you get like the Jersey Shore and stuff like that. And then up north, you've also got different accents. Once you get towards like up north of Washington, you start getting something a little closer to Canadian English, and so on. But yeah, I mean, the UK actively, in my opinion, has a more... The UK has had longer to develop a very different accents, right? Because accents and languages that sort of differentiate themselves in specific ways develop more and more the longer a language sits in one place without moving, right? So English, American English didn't used to have a bunch of accents, but then, Americans moved to different parts, and then they sort of developed their own like sounds, right? Or they use certain words for one thing that aren't used by another group of American English speakers. The same thing happens in Britain when you're talking about like Yorkshire accent, London accent, even accents from like up towards Scotland and Wales. If you're speaking English, that's a particular English accent, right? So like Welsh is not English, but people from Wales speak English with a different accent than people from London, right? For example. And this happens basically everywhere, right? And then if it happens for long enough in an isolated enough group, you can start to develop new language variants, which is really fun. Yeah, a lot of, if you look back at like, not people like Clint Eastwood, but like a lot of female actors from like the like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s used a transatlantic accent. I'm not very good at the transatlantic accent, but I also don't necessarily have a wholly Californian accent, right? For example. And that's because part of it's what you grow up hearing. My dad wasn't from California originally, and then my mom is from Eastern Europe. So she learned British English when she learned English. So she actually has a bit of a British accent, and then there's a little bit of like Russian and Ukrainian mixed in there. And then I grew up hearing that, so there's certain words that I say like her that are very different. Um, and then there's stuff like that, and then it's not just like in terms of how you're pronouncing your vowels and what parts of letters and word bits you're dropping, but there's also things like the actual words you use, right? So I say, can I get a soda, right? Soda for me refers to any fizzy drink. In some places in the US they'll say pop, in some places you say Coke, and it refers to all sodas, right? Using the brand name as a reference. Is say, I'd like a Coke, what kind of Coke can I get you? I'll take a Sprite, you know? Soda pop. The same thing with like trash can, trash bin, dust bin. There's like a bunch of other examples like that of where like different parts of the U.S. right even will say like different things, right, and they'll mean something specific from that. Um, yeah, yeah, and that happens a lot with children, like and even adults. It's called code swapping, where if you grow up with two different sort of codes that you can speak in, which you can define an accent into a code, right? If you grow up with both and you learn to speak both, you can randomly like swap between them, or you can make the choice to swap between them, or you can accidentally swap between them based on the people speaking around you. That's a It's part of the reason sometimes why people who are transplants for a really long time in other parts of the world and don't speak primarily like their own language with other transplants, like if you go to live in like China, for example, and you stay in a Chinese community for 50 years, and you don't really talk to a lot of other English speakers, your accent is actually going to morph to sound different based on that, because you don't have that constant input of hearing other people around you to curate your sounds to. Um, sometimes when I spend a really long time in Russia, I have that issue because I'm speaking Russian or Ukrainian with my family, and then I pick up like the way that they say words in English with like much heavier accent, and then I'll say those words that way myself because it's what I've been hearing for 2, 3, 4 months, right? It's pretty interesting. Of course, a lot of the really exaggerated accents you see on TV, like American accents, are typically mostly exaggerated and sort of played up for TV, right? Like if someone has a Texas accent really strongly, they probably don't speak like that normally, but they're playing it up like they were probably told to for the camera. Um, yeah, exactly. Stuff like that too. I mean, in Japan, there's also different accents. Or I guess they call them dialects, don't they? But the language isn't different between Osaka and Tokyo. It's just the way that they intone and pronounce has changed, right? Which makes that technically two separate accents, right? Or two dialects. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Though God, that's another big one, like Spanish across the world, because Spanish as spoken in like Central and South America and Spanish as spoken in Spain, oof, wildly different. I know not. Did they do something to you? I know not. Can you go back to being the old Inshun again? No, I cannot. Oh, he's bleeding. Musashi is correct. Hozuin Inshun is dead. All that remains here is his body, a puppet animated by karma. The only way to stop me is to kill me, to destroy me, to leave not a speck of me behind. Leave but an arm, a finger, and I shall return to slay all living beings. Big talk. Sure thing. Make sure you back me up, Seki. We have just one opponent, a monster wearing Hozuin Inshun's skin. There may not be any money or fame to be gained from this duel, but that doesn't mean I'll hold anything back. I won't sheath my blades until he's good and dead. Usually, I try to take it as easy as I can. Duels are such a hassle that I try to avoid them as much as possible. But in this case, there's clearly no other option. Not only is our opponent incredibly strong, he's also a monster out to kill us, one who doesn't bat an eye at having his head cut clean off, no less. So alright, I give in. If it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he'll get. If he means to risk his life by standing before me, I'll do everything in my power to cut down the monstrosity wearing his skin. Grandpa, I'm going to borrow the sword you made. Ooh. Fancy sword. I can feel it tingling with divine aura. I knew it. The sword is on a whole nother level. Wait, stop, trust me, leave that one alone. It's one of my worst failures. It'll cut through stone, armor, even diamond effortlessly, but you can't use it on people. I admit, in some ways, it's the best of my work, but it's too terrible to use on any decent folk. I fear I went overboard and pushed it into the realm of demons. It's a twisted thing that I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of. Really? You don't say. In that case, I'd say that just makes it better for this. I'm a flesh and blood person going up against a monster. I have to get a little reckless if I'm going to beat him. Ha! It matters not what manner of weapon you may have procured. No blade exists that can slay the heroic spirit swordmasters. Care to find out for yourself, Musashi. My body will regenerate from any wound as many times as it needs. Will you still attempt to cut it down with your Niten Ichiryu? Of course. Truth to be told, I've been waiting for this. I do usually try to avoid fighting when there's nothing in it for me, but only when it comes to fighting for fun. If there's some real purpose behind the fight, well, that's another matter. Why do I train? Why do I wield a blade? Why do I slice or sever or at times stop in my tracks? It's all to reach the apex of mastery. I could never hope to reach the void alone. That's why I wanted to fight you. A no-holds-barred battle between two experienced swordsmen is a treasure that outshines even gold. I shall gain more knowledge from this duel than I would from 1,000 meditations or 10,000 battles. My only regret is that my opponent is no longer human, that the great Hosoin, with his incredible divine aura, has fallen to darkness. You may still be a foe I could not hope to surpass, but that is also where the key to my victory lies. Face me, monster. I shall use my fifth force to smash your spirit to splinters. That's the spirit. Very well, then. In the name of Lucifer, the great Satan himself, we shall do battle. This feels like that thing Lady Cannon does, but it's also different somehow. Let me check the Discord. It's not an anime. Ooh. Okay, getting distracted. All right. It's not in gaming. Yeah, I think you might have used the wrong chat, but that's pretty funny. Okay, hold on a sec. Come forth, my blood-soaked frontier. This mound of bodies and river of blood shall serve as the stage and consume the loser's soul upon their defeat. My blade's cursed name is Lancer of Purgatorio. My vessel's true name, Hosoin Inshun. Prepare yourself, Shin Men Musashi. Our final battle is upon us. Let's do this. Jesus fucking Christ. Look. I understand that he's your pet, guys. Oh. Battlefield of human skulls. Just look at those supraorbital processes. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I see that break bar. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. I definitely meant to do three Musashis in a row and accidentally clicked on a Koya. On a Koyan, didn't I? I don't like that. I really don't like that. You know? I'm not a fan. I'm super not a fan of that. So this is really just how well can you build a team around Musashi, and I am 100% entirely unprepared. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds very bad. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I see him getting all those power-ups, believe me. I see it. God bless that I've put at least a little fucking effort into... Okay. Alright, I need to take out his break bar, and then I need to apply some invincibles. I think is what's gonna have to happen now. Okay, break bar's there. Now, he's about to charge his NP. No, not this round? Yes, this round. Okay. Alright, I should have... Oh, but who do I save? I'll put the guts on him. Yeah, let me save Musashi. Yeah, that's fair. That is certainly an option here. Okay. Well, we'll see who survives. I still have my backline, so it's not the worst thing ever. And Estrella can do a fair bit, you know. Oof, Jesus. I see all of those buffs. Okay, I figured Koyan would go, but... if he doesn't attack again, I still have Ku for this round. Okay. I don't think healing is gonna really be worth it. Oh, that's debuff, so it's not really worth it. But what I can do is this. Let's see where I get. Oh, he's... Is it like first of every turn evade? Is that what... you know what? I don't see the evade now, so I'm just gonna... Yeah. Ooh. Well... It's the ladies. It's the ladies, everybody. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do. I don't want to use... Okay, one evade and high crit damage, yeah. Yeah. I regrettably don't really have that option, so... I've kind of just gotta survive and keep hitting. I don't think rulers were perhaps the best option here, but they're doing damage, and the girls have been really good to me in the past, so... I do have an NP ready, which is nice. Who's NP? Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's take out your skill. And remove your skill cooldown. Oh yeah, because you did your thing in JP. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll do that. Get a QAB and end with the Buster. See what this does. Because we've got an NP and then 200% crits. didn't do a lot, but I mean, the bad part is he's gonna wipe some of my line. Yeah. Because I don't think I can take him out, and yeah, he's gonna charge. His NP is charged, and I don't have anything. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, he's so low. If I can just survive this with one servant, if one of these two survives right now, I can maybe... Okay, they both survived. I can win this. Now, is his evade for 2 turns? Oh, that's awful. Okay. Is it first hit evade, or is it... It's 2 full... No, it is first hit. Okay. Alright. Oh. God bless. The girls have never failed me! Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong thing then. Either way, the girls have never failed me. Hi, Nady. Oh, ooh, I could have tried using Chin. Alright. I was sure I felt this katana cut through something, sever it, as smoothly as it had cut through the shadow of the moon reflected in a pool of water. It was not a heart nor a soul. It was something nebulous, yet still essential for the world of humans. It was fate. This katana cut through something like fate itself. Still, I didn't want to defeat him. I didn't want to fight him. This was neither the place nor the manner in which I wanted to duel Hozoin and Shun. I had fallen in love with his sojutsu at first sight. It was but a fleeting moment, but I still saw the purest representation of a warrior's spirit within it, enough to nearly bring me to tears. Lord Inshun's sojutsu was the culmination of endless refinement. It was the technique of one who sought and reached a different destination than I. Ordinarily, I would have no hope of defeating him, but that sojutsu was already gone. His beautiful form had been covered up beyond all hope of recognition, and such I now had a number of ways in which to claim victory. What a tragedy. No monstrous strength, no immortal body could ever surpass the pristine beauty of that spear. Well done, truly, well done. I attempted to pierce you with my spear's essence, but it seems you too wield free-flowing techniques. Or perhaps, had you already come up with a strategy to defeat me after we had crossed blades but once? Did you already have a plan for how to evade my sojutsu, for how you could kill me? Not exactly. It's true, in my mind's eye, I faced you in a no-holds-barred duel over and over, and thought about what I could do to defeat you. Out of the 32 duels I imagined, I died in 31 of them. You were strong, without a doubt, but I could still see a way to win. All I had to do was choose it. The will of the heavens, the laws of this world, Seki's help. And, the final decisive factor, this sword you laughed off is worthless. A final trump card, eh? That sword is most impressive. I never thought there would be a blade that could reach my spirit core in the ether. So my body truly was nothing but a dead vessel. This experience has been invaluable. I am fortunate to have fought you at your most serious. What are you doing, woman? That thing is still moving. Remember what he said earlier? If you leave even one finger moving, he won't hesitate to cut you down. Kill him. I already have. Oh? You have my thanks, Lady Musashi. Farewell. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, we do. Farewell for good this time, Lord Inchun. I swear that someday I will reach the same heights you did. Until then, I hope you can rest in peace. In one hell or another, we shall continue this someday. Nope, that was not the end. Okay. Hey, this feels like morning. What a weird feeling. Also, someone in one of the worlds I visited said that sleeping during the day and being awake at night was terrible for your skin. Oh, good. If you don't mind, I'm hoping you can lend us a place to sleep so we can get some rest. But first, I really need to stuff my belly. I've never heard anyone's gut growl so loud before. How many days have you gone without food anyway? Well, all right, I confess that was fairly impressive. The least I can do is feed you. Hooray! I was hoping you would agree, but this is even better than I could have wished for. I'm so grateful. But before that, I have to ask you about this katana. It really does cut through anything. It's so light, too. Not that it's... No, that's not it. It's real hefty and substantial, but it feels as light as a feather when you swing it. You are Onoi and Tasuke's grandpa, right? This katana is amazing. I can't believe how good it feels in my hand. I usually don't like to carry around more than 4 katanas, but I could easily make an exception for this. Good grief. 1 minute you're all weepy-eyed, and the next you're laughing and smiling. Makes my head spin. Go on then, take it. It's all yours. I needed to thank you for bringing Onoi and Tasuke back anyways. If you're happy with a katana no one else wants to use, that sure makes things easy on me. Oh my god, the way I pronounced katana just then. It just came out. Huh? You're really giving this to me? Ears open! Don't make me repeat myself. Like I said earlier, that thing's a failure, an evil blade that ended up reaching the demonic realm. The ultimate blade I seek isn't one that cuts flesh and bone. Any sharp metal thing can do that. An axe or a knife works just as well as a sword. A person who dedicates their life to the forge shouldn't be satisfied with something like that. The sort of katana I seek is one that can terminate enmity. One that severs bonds, certainty, karma. After all, if I couldn't make a katana like that, what right would I have to call myself a swordsmith? A sword that severs bonds, certainly, and karma. Now I see. That's what freed Lord Inshun from his karma. Now that I think of it, he and those shadowy people even said something to that effect. Well then, it's no coincidence that this sword helped me defeat him. You may think it's a failure, but it succeeded at cutting the karma of someone who had been taken by the curse of annihilation, or whatever they called it. I mean, I definitely couldn't have beaten him all on my own. It was thanks to this sword. Huh. So victory was all thanks to that katana, you say? Then maybe you get it. Never you mind what I said earlier. Not only will I feed you, I'll give you a place to sleep. Go get some shut-eye once you've eaten up. You too, kid. Right. That said, doesn't change that the sword's a failure. You can't cut bonds or certainty with a katana alone. Well, this one seemed to work for karma, don't you think? I suppose it did. Guess it just goes to show how good its wielder was. Damn straight. So does this katana have a name? If I had to choose one, I'd call it Myojingiri Muramasa. Myojingiri means it can cut things that are beyond human. Means it's a god cutter. Muramasa? Yeah? Muramasa? Yeah, what? Then you wouldn't happen to be... That's right, name's Senji Muramasa, a saber, a servant, just like that monk from earlier. Please be the end of this cutscene. Oh, thank God. That loading bar. Okay, guys. Oh, God, no. Seconda Cantica. Nope, we're not moving on to the second canto today. Absolutely not. That is going to be it for me today. Like, genuinely, I am starting to lose my voice. The growling that I'm using for Muramasa is only a little bit exaggerated. I am genuinely starting to lose my voice reading so much because it's been a while. So yeah, I might run another FGO stream later this week now that I've seen how long it's going to take me to get through some of these sections. I'll take a look at my schedule. If I do, it'll be Thursday or Friday. Yeah. Outside of that, though, I think I'm streaming tomorrow, Atelier Ryza, and Knickknack might be streaming sometime this week. I completely forgot. So, I don't have the brain power to handle it right now. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time, because I am exhausted, and I need to go get, like, some tea or something. Thanks for joining me. So far, Thursday, Pokemon Emerald, Knickknack says. So far, I'm enjoying the story, so... despite its wordiness. Toodles, everyone!